Hello everybody, we're back. I've decided, or maybe I'll just wait. Sometimes when I click that button, it takes a few seconds. Okay, now we're live, I'm sure. I've decided that we're just going to go straight into Update 8. My Update 8 playthrough, I mean, not actually revert back. Just because I think it'll be more interesting overall, and run around that place, see if we can get everything working. I have some of the Mila note documents from before. I adjusted my camera at the beginning of the stream, and it's just brightened itself up for some reason. Let me start loading it. I saved it once to see if we can, like, load quicker. Give that a go, and then I'll try to fix this. Oh, and sorry, Damn Car gifted 5 memberships. Almost missed that. It went to Uncle Ben, The Ultimate Rampage, Jawad Ahmed, Muttley, and Van Isle FPV. Thanks, Damn Car. Really appreciate it. Again, another pre-streamed, not donation, but gifted memberships. I know you said that where you are can't do super chats, which is so weird that you're able to do memberships. I wonder why one over the other. You think it's all the same? I'm still giving money to Google, in some respect. So thank you, though. Right, are we back? There we go. Yeah, that was quicker. That was way quicker this time. Excellent. All right, so I'm a little late today. I was busy working on some Manor stuff. Finally getting back into the swing of things with them. Well, not that late, but a little bit. A little bit from what I said yesterday, anyway. So, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to focus on. I just kind of thought we should bring this world up to speed. Set up some dimensional depots, that kind of thing. I don't know how much... Like, are all the spheres going to be in the right places? Are all the summer sloops replaced? I don't know. So we'll find out. I'll just leave this like this. Don't have to worry about that for now. And if I just head up there very quickly, I can go fetch my modular frames and we can build an Explorer and drive around a bit quicker. But it feels good to be back. So if I do continue in this world and we build in it, I want to build properly, which means slow builds. So as far as I remember, the last thing that was done in this world was we just got everything ready for the space elevator parts for phase 3, and then I completed it and that was it. Now phase 4 is unlocked. I don't know, we'll check in the hub what milestones I can unlock. I say build properly and then we look at that. Okay, this summer sloop there, I'd love to see it. Wonder if inside our factories anything has changed. So I'm going to do a little bit of factory inspections on each one. I won't spend too long on them. As well, just make sure everything is running okay. Now, I have a weird feeling in this game that things do just run at 100% until you change them. When you change save files like that. Oh, do we not make modular frames? Strange. We don't make modular frames here. I wonder why that is. Where do we make them? And good evening. Phase 4, the wall in progression. I'm not sure what that means. And hey, it's Philly. And Ryan. And good morning. And hi to everybody. Sorry I didn't say hi. Still trying to catch up. Witnessed your first death. Let me catch up. In the streams? My first death. In the old streams? Well, this is almost the start of a new stream series, potentially, if we do continue with this world. Yeah, I just need to... I'm just wondering, why would I not have modular frames? So strange. I must make them somewhere. Right? Iron Factory, that's where we are now. Oh, it has its own factory. Well, there we go. I ran past it. Place looks good. Everything seems fine. In the 1.0 stream. First death in the 1.0 stream. I'm trying to think how far back that is. It's probably 10 streams in or something, maybe? Sorry, I'm getting lost where I'm supposed to go. We'll head out this way. I just need modular frames so I can then build an Explorer. Don't have anything set up in a dimensional depot. So one of the first things I would probably want to do, go out, find some spheres. We can build depots and then I can get stuff in my inventory. Back in the day, back in my day, we didn't have a dimensional depot. Detroit. Sorry, when you get to phase 4, it's... Oh, phase 4, it's like hitting a wall. Right, gotcha. Yeah, no. Totally agree. Yeah, it is a huge jump. To be fair, so I was looking at things. This world is currently at 340 hours. I beat the game for the first time in the other stream world at 220 hours. So this one has 100 hours more, and it's not even... We just hit phase 4. Starting phase 4, yeah. It's funny, things were definitely done in a slower pace in this world. Mostly because of all the structure and buildings and stuff. Right, so, I do remember. This is where modular frames are made. I don't remember where, though, specifically. Come out of there. Are they just rolling into, just straight into a awesome thing? Who designed that? Why is that happening? Yeah, things like this. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going around these factories and fixing them. It's like Fix My Factory. Kind of. So I just need 10. I just wanted to be able to drive on the roads. So 10 of these will give me an Explorer. I don't know why I don't have an Explorer. There's probably one somewhere in the world that I got out of. I wonder is my, like, old crate somewhere in the world or something as well. How am I? I'm good. Yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, not much to report. Feeling a bit, I guess, slightly stressed. Just quite busy. It just feels like, oh, I have a lot of stuff to do. Streams are great. I relax during the streams, but behind the scenes, it's like, oh, working on videos, working on manual load stuff, still working on getting a mortgage and all of that. Not that I have to do too much with that, thankfully. Just I have to just answer stuff that comes my way, and it does seem like a lot of money all the time. Solicitors' fees just keep going up. They were kind of like asking me, what searches do you want to do? You have to do all these like searches, and one of them was like an environmental search. It's like, okay, you have to search someone has to come out and like survey the surrounding area. That's it. And I don't know, just report about like, oh, is there any like potential risk of flooding or whatever it might be. I don't know. And I was like, oh, I don't need that search. It's fine. Because I'm in a second story apartment, a whole new development from a few years ago. I've lived here for several years. I don't know. I just thought it's fine. I don't even know why they asked me in the first place. Because they were like, oh, you actually kind of need to get that because you do have a mortgage. So your bank will probably want that. But it just made me think like, does everyone who's in this area then, there's probably like 200 houses that have gone up here. Some of them are apartments, most are houses. Does everyone here all pay for the same search? Like, someone has to come, survey the environment, give the stamp of approval, and then you go ahead with it. Am I misunderstanding something, or just everyone has to do this every time we buy? I'm not buying a place that's never been lived in. I'm buying a place that has been lived in. That's the one above me. Surely they've done the search. Can we not get their one, you know? Can I get the one from the guy next door? Or anything else? Like, why does some company just come out and do this every single time? It's like, wow. Seems crazy if that's the case, but I don't know, man. I was just like, okay, but it's like, yeah, it's like 400 pounds or something. It's like, what the hell? But surely other people have done it. That kind of stuff has been kind of annoying me, but it is what it is. It is the old world. We're in Update 8. Blast from the past. I'm gonna go around and see if everything works, basically. So I vaguely remember this is where I would have just dropped off the last of the space elevator parts and just fed it manually. Looks like I made exactly what we needed. Well, by the looks of things, don't really remember it. Yeah, and now we just have to start with new stuff. We'll get rid of that. This was the old parts factory, and I cleared it out a while ago. It was a temporary factory that made everything in like low quantities just so I could progress. So I guess in this world, at this point, what I'd like to do is find some spheres, build some dimensional depots. I want to make sure that power is working correctly. That's like the most important thing, right? The turbo fuel factory is working. Coal power plant, oh yeah, we could go out to that too. And these must be the various hard drive sites I've gotten to already, I guess. Good job, Darren. The green thing is just a bug, so we don't have to worry about that. Ah, there's my Explorer. I knew I would have had one in the world somewhere, so it's over at the Copper Caterium factory. And then, yeah, the goal would be to get that up and running fully, you know? and also clean up some of the cosmetics at the silicon factory. So lots to do, actually. And with the biofuel factory being in here is a bit of a shame, because I can't do the whole drone trick. It's under a cave. Or it's in a cave. I'd have to try to have it outside and then it feeds it in or something. Be a bit annoying, but probably will do that as well. Lots to do. Bit of a world cleanup and a sit rep on everything, make sure everything's running correctly. And then I think I've got all the blueprints and everything so I can continue building. Oh yeah, import the new blueprints. Yeah, it would be a good idea. Importing the blueprints from the desert playthrough will be good. And then just building dynamic ones. So basically, because I've now rushed to get the game done, this will be the world where things are taken slower. So if you felt like it was slow before, it's only going to get slower, where we really focus on bigger builds that are more complete, rather than slamming machines down, they're hanging off the edge of a cliff, that kind of thing. Try to make it more deliberate. So I kind of look forward to the idea of doing that. We'll see how these streams perform for a while and then decide if we want to keep doing that. I think we will. When you complete this playthrough, make sure you have this. Yeah, heat the seats. Yeah, definitely. I don't know why I feel bad about that. I'm just like, oh, I didn't get to click that button. I'm sure it just would have come up and said seats heated. But still. I'm good. Yeah, thanks again, Troy, for asking as well. Hey, Jim. Just joined. Are you talking about an appraisal? I don't even know what that means, what appraisal means. I'm purchasing an apartment, the one above the one I currently rent. And I was just venting about, like, oh, you have to go back and forth with solicitors a lot, and they have to do, like, all these checks and stuff. That's fine, I get it. But sometimes it just doesn't, it's like, make it make sense, you know, like, there's a development here of, like, 200 to 300 properties or something like that. It's a pretty big development, but there's nothing else around. There's no shops or anything, just surrounded by fields. And they were like, oh, you need to do an environmental search. And I was just saying, like, okay, like, that's fine, whatever. I didn't want to do one, but then they were like, yeah, you should probably do it, because the bank is going to ask you to do it. I'm like, that's cool, but doesn't the bank have anyone else in this area that has done this already? I'm seeing houses being sold every day here. Maybe I'm just you know, I'm being stupid, I don't understand something, clearly, or maybe not, but it just seems like a big racket to come out and do the same search, check the environment's okay, for everyone, every single time. Can't there just be some company that says, like, okay, we've searched the whatever estate, you know, and that estate, the land is good for another year, and then we'll check it again in a year's time. And now every house that looks to be sold or bought in this area has had their search done. It just seems like, why would you have to do it for everyone individually? I don't get it. I just don't get it. This is the one factory I was worried that wouldn't be running very well. Now, it's not actually ramped up to full capacity yet. I think I was waiting on getting Mark IV belts. Do I have Mark IV belts? Apparently I do. We should really check there's so much to check. Gonna head back out, go to the turbo fuel. Just make sure that's running. Once that's okay, and I'm certain that it is, then we'll get back down to the hub and see... Did I take that truck with me, by the way? Yeah, the Explorer. Anyway, then we'll see... God, I'm losing my mind. I just lost my train of thought mid-sentence. But yeah, we'll go to the hub. We'll see what milestones we have. And then I have to get spheres and start upgrading things to have depots on them. But I'm pretty sure all the factories in this world run pretty well. They shouldn't really have any problems. So I want to beat out any inefficiencies. Anyways. Quartz Crystal and Liquid Biofuel Cave factories are my two personal favorites. Thank you. The Iron Factory, yeah, is my favorite. I like the Quartz Crystal one. It's nice. It's just a little bit basic, but I guess that's the point, right? It's like a minimalist, brutalist factory. Also, I remember now, go to the hub, get the milestones, but also go to the MAM and start getting any new things. I don't have a hover pack yet, but I think now at this tier, we can start advancing again and get certain things done. Do I have, I do have Nobelisks. Again, don't remember if that's been built. So, I have, the melee note from this series. I wasn't as meticulous about keeping everything updated in that, but it's pretty up to date, so it should be a good foundation to move forward from. Gonna put up the to-do list? Yeah, I don't have a to-do list right now. I'm not sure what I'm doing exactly. Right now, my main goal is to just get to the turbo plant. Turbo fuel. Did I build a road all the way out here? Wow. I don't remember much from this place. I didn't know a road went up there. Oh, that's where the coal comes down. Yeah. And I never finished the cosmetics here either. There's a little bit to be done. Not that it look like crazy. Just walls and doors would be good. And if I recall correctly, there's like a big lit up floor in here that looks quite nice. Oh yeah, I can see the glow from it now actually. There we are. So this is the turbo fuel plant. Now, some people were saying turbo fuel has changed. Is that true? At the moment, it's taking in 15 per minute at a 200% overclock to give us 500 megawatts of power. That's accurate. We went up to 50%. It'd be 625 and it'd be burning 18.75, I think. And it looks like I've overclocked just these ones. Don't know why. Probably just didn't have many power shards or something. Maybe that was the reasoning. That one is 2. This one has 1. Same with that one. So it's obviously deliberate. And then these are big. Yeah, here's something that was kind of interesting. If I tried to bring this blueprint into my recent 1.0 world, right? I was going to build these batteries at the nuclear power plant. And the blueprint, I couldn't place it because it said that it costs 250 stators if you want to do this blueprint. So the blueprint has saved its old recipe cost. But if you look at me hovering over here to dismantle, you don't get any stators back because they changed how they're made. You don't need stators anymore. But I'd have to rebuild it at least once in the blueprint designer and then save it new to make use of it. So there's weird things like that where I was in that world, in the new world, and I didn't have any stators, so I couldn't build it. And I couldn't even load it in the blueprint designer. So I just ended up making my own one. No, there was no vote. I'm gonna veto it, and I just went ahead and said I was just gonna hop straight into this world. I'm still gonna jump into the other world now and then. I have 660 tickets, so I'm still like 340 tickets off from getting the golden nut. But I'm just gonna leave that world running every now and then. So I'm sorry that I didn't do the vote. I just thought this would be better, so I made the creative executive decision to just go straight ahead with it. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this name, but Zolt, we'll say. Hey Darren, wanted to thank you for the 1.0 live series. It helped me get through a burnout with the game. Now I only need a couple of warp drives to finish. Awesome, that's great to hear, man. And thanks so much for the super chat. I think before all the fuel burnt at the same rate, but produced different amount of energy. I think they reversed that in 1.0. Right, so if I open up Milestone, see if we can find this one. Satisfactory. Turbo Fuel, episode 17. This is apparently what this is supposed to be doing. 133.33 turbo fuel to each line. We start with our oil, 300 to 300 on a 600 pipe. Dangerous, I guess, but I had no problems back then. I never had an issue, but anyway, okay, 300, 300, 600 into 10 fuel generators. Go downstairs and just check this is working then. Again, worst thing about my factories is not great way to get around them. Sulfur and coal coming in to make compacted coal. Right, so we're down here. Bonk. Whoop. Alright, running at 100%. Who's this? So is this. Obviously everything is running okay, but I want to know if there's any fake numbers at play. Sort of like the way we saw that stator is like not really there. I sometimes feel like when you build things, it sets it at those numbers, and it doesn't really, like if things had changed in an update, unless I rebuilt it, I don't know if they changed. But I think those turbo fuel numbers look right to me, as people mentioned. Okay, so these two pipelines go into these refineries. I'll just double check that. So 2 pipelines of 600. Seems good to me. All right, 2 pipelines of 600 into 2 lines of refineries of 10 refineries each. Check the one on the end and the one at the beginning. Yep, all good. All good here as well. Okay, so I think before... Oh yeah, I read that already. Will this be a one-shot video? No. I don't know what I don't know what that means. A one-shot video. I need to zoom my chat out again. My eyesight must be getting better each day or something. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm just comparing, like, so this seems okay. So out of, we're at this part of the chain. This is a rough diagram, I guess. We make 300 polymer resin, 300 polymer resin that then goes into plastic, rubber, and fabric refineries. Well, the fabric goes into making gas filters. I didn't have the image. Okay. And then water. I didn't have the image for that either at the time. Okay, so we make 400 fuel. The 400 fuel, both of them go into 2 lots of 8.88888 turbo fuel refineries. They go into generators. 37.037 generators? That doesn't seem right. That'd be 148 generators, right? They're not all overclocked. Let's go back upstairs and check on that. So this all seems good. Everything's running at 100%, so I'm not worried about, are we making enough? Seems like the fuel is okay. So the fuel just goes upstairs and it mixes with compacted coal that comes in from trucks that deliver it, and that's fine. Okay. Thinking about retooling this old factory for another game. Yeah, I'm thinking about continuing this save. As someone mentioned that before. They were like, why don't you continue your Update8 save and turn on some of the bigger factories that you never fully ramped up? So I kind of think that'd be kind of a fun thing to do. I tore down the space elevator right now, but we were just starting phase 4. So phase 3 is just being completed. And the one thing I'd just be a little worried about is someone mentioned, they were like, oh, turbo fuel has changed. Now, I'm not sure exactly what's changed about it, but this place seems to be running okay. That was a yellow light. Just can't get the coal out. That's fine. I don't mind that. So yeah, I'm just checking a few things. Now there is a lot of refining. So by my math, in that Mila note, we needed 148. And these two are overclocked. So let me just see how many there are in the line. There is a lot, I guess, but 140 seems a bit much. 9, 10. 17. 17 times 8. Okay, I guess it must be right. And then the other ones are overclocked at the bottom. It feels like we're not getting that much power for how many of these there are. I guess they're just running at 100. Okay. We have 28,000 megawatts of power. Our max consumption... Yeah, well, that's because of the copper Caterium place. So one of the first things I would be building in this world is probably rocket fuel or something like that. That's something we haven't done before, and it could fit into this world nicely. Build a big rocket fuel build, you know? That could be kind of a fun thing to do. I finished the game yesterday, yeah. Alright, I mean, I don't see any issues. Nothing's starting to run short. The buffers seem fine. That buffer was kind of low, but this one was really full. Compacted coal is coming in just fine. Let me check the turbo fuel refineries. I guess that's the last thing to do. They're just over here. And then we'll head back to the hub, see if we can advance any milestones real quickly, see if we can get some MAM gear, and then start getting some dimensional depots up and running. How do you guys feel about that? Is that a good thing to do? Like to stay in this world? potentially. These seem all good to me. No yellow lights. Sounds good. Apparently turbo fuel consumption changed from 4.5 to 7.5. Interesting. Let me just check something on the wiki then real quick. Sounds like a plan, man. Satisfactory wiki GG. $7.5. You think it was 4.5? So I just need to add up, like, are we... So what was my old Milano document saying? Okay, so to make it... Okay. These are awkward numbers. God damn it, Darren. Let me do the modern math and see does it match. For the modern math, let's just say downstairs looked fine. We made 400 fuel. We make 800 fuel. Okay, so let's see how much turbo fuel we should be getting. So to make turbo fuel, and this is how we make it. We just use fuel plus compacted coal, and we get 18.75. What is it in? 22.5. Let me just write this down. 22.5 in 15 compacted coal. And then we get 18.75. So this will just give me the number then that we could change these to if we need to. So if we make 800 fuel, which I'll just double check, it does seem to be 800 fuel. That'd be divided by 22.5. That'd be 35.555 recurring refineries. Okay. An unusual number. And then what's that divided by 4? It's the 8.8 recurring that we have, which is here. 8.8 recurring divided by the 4 lines. Okay, so that seems accurate so far.
Have you ever experienced a place where long relaxing days suddenly...
Which is an ad that came on. It says the ad is muted, but it obviously isn't. I can see chat again. Salvaging the world is up to you, but I will not abstain from my consumption of that content. I mean, will this be the only video of Update 8? Oh, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Your turbo fuel should be fine. Check the sulfur. Okay, well, let me just... I'm almost done with this. So 8.8 recurring, and then we're supposed to get out 18.75, which is correct. So 18.75 times 8.888888. It's 166.665. Well, actually, I could just do that times 4 then. So that's how much turbo fuel we make. Is that what I said over here? I didn't actually write the number down on this one. Alright, we'll see how many generators that can go into then. 666 recurring. Totally normal number there. Divided by... So we're consuming in a standard generator, it said 7.5 now. We could build 88 generators. Oh, that does seem not right, because it used to be 4.5. Gave us the 140 something number. So yeah. Things have changed. This place... Why did they nerf turbo fuel? We can only support 88 generators. Now, I think because of the way the game saves. Yeah, they use the numbers from Update 8 until you replace them. I mean, visually it doesn't, though. Visually it's saying 7.5, but it's obviously not doing that, because nothing's running out. But yeah, this would need an overhaul then. The only way I could really do that is thankfully we've got a lot of power storage, I suppose, so... 30,000 megawatts of power. Okay. See, I just worry about turning this stuff off and then bringing it back up. I guess what you could do is say, like, I'm going to build a new power plant, and then we'll come back to this one and fix it. That would be the safe thing, I guess. They buffed the fuel generators, but nerfed the fuel itself. Oh, really? It'd be an easy enough fix. You just cut off the generators at the end, and that would be fine. It just means, like, yeah, we're making less power. Someone said to check the sulfur, so that recipe different now. Again, these were underclocked. So, for the $800 fuel that we have, that's going into 22.5 consumption. That's how many machines we need. They consume 15 compacted coal. That'll be 533 recurring. That seems correct. We have that number there. And they are 1-to-1. I don't think that recipe changed. So what goes in one is the same. Yep, so that's okay. I think we're alright. One of these got backed up because they couldn't get their coal out fast enough. I don't know if that's a common problem. What would that be? 22.22 times... How many's on this line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they're rolling into those machines. I guess if things are out of whack now. Anyway. 133. That'd be in Mark 3. Yep. Now it's supposed to have overflow to just go into an awesome sink if we make too much. I'm surprised that could ever get backed up, you know? Well, that can't be right. It says the... What's going on there? This smart splitter says the overflow goes out the center. The compact coal goes out the right. If that was true, this would just be on permanently. Oh. I did a belt lock system. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That does make sense, then. It is overflowing out the outside. So this would turn on the awesome sinks. It would take the... It would stop the coal moving through here. Alright, we'll turn that off. There's just a test. Cool. Alright. It's kind of fun going through an old factory like this, seeing how it works. Who designed this place, you know? Yeah, belt release system. Nice. That was the first time I ever came up with that, I think. Alright, cool. We can get out of here. We'll head to the... We'll make a little to-do list then, just so we know what we're doing. Hub milestones. MAM. Upgrades. I want to get a hover pack. If we can. I think we can do it now. And then... we could just straight away start thinking about, like, okay, let's start a rocket fuel build. Do we do that today? I mean, I wouldn't be able to... I mean, like I said, if we commit to this world, progress is going to be slow. Rocket fuel will be, like, over multiple streams, I guess. But maybe. Maybe rocket fuel? Other smaller things I'd like to do in this world is like clean up the cosmetics in a few places. Like this place, just finish it off. It's pretty close to being finished, just needs a few towers and things like that. Things like moving blueprints over and stuff, I could do that myself, you know, in between streams. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then dimensional depots. The depots, yeah. We have to add that to the to-do list, definitely. I'd say build core depots. And because of that, that means tap some SAM. So actually not rocket fuel today. A SAM facility might be good. Because then we can at least get it ready for the future, build some do it right, you know, bring in the steel pipe to bring to build fluctuators. That's the word. I couldn't remember what they were called. Do I drive? What side of the road do I drive on in this world? I think it's the left. I think it's the left. Yeah. Slooping biofuel? Yeah, we don't do anything like that right now, so I need to get summer sloops. I need dimensional depot. We need to progress through the MAM tree. Then we can go down to the liquid biofuel factory and make it so that it sloops. To be honest, that liquid biofuel factory, I do like it, but it's in a really annoying spot now because I wouldn't be able to bring my drones in. Looks like the vegetation has grown back. Yeah, it's cool. There's a lot to think about, actually. I'm excited. Oh, there we go. Our first sphere. Oh, I knew there was going to be it. He always spawns late. I don't know what kind of ammo or weapons I have, actually.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as...
See you later. And everything we can. Oh yeah, I do remember this. The water area of this factory really does look nice, from what I remember. Oh, not as nice as I remember, but nice enough. The little lights on the edges. I think when it's like nighttime, it can look really good. Check me out with the little beams going across. That's kind of nice. Cool. Oh, you can set up a drone port outside the cave. Yeah, that's what I would have to do. I think people would be upset if I abandoned that place and built a new one. So I'd probably just build a drone port maybe somewhere on the lake and pipe it down. Either through the world or build it just outside and bring it in. We do bring in stuff in that way anyway, I guess. So this could be ramped up soon as well. This was built with... So everything in this world was built with like Mark IV or Mark V belts in mind. So these can be turned on if we just upgrade the belts. But we don't need it right now, but it's just good to know. And then I think it goes out to a truck station down there, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's where that's the pickup point. Alright. Right, to the hub. We'll get to the hub. We'll see what milestones are available to us now that we've upgraded. And then, yeah, start working on upgrading all these places to make sure that we have the core materials. We don't have to run back and forth all the time, that kind of stuff. It would be nice to get some spheres. Don't see any, though. World could be salvaged. Nice touch with those pink and on black signs. Thank you. Do people generally dislike 8's comments, or is it more because you're streaming? Oh yeah, it's just because I'm streaming, and I've heard it before already, so it's like, yeah. But I don't want someone talking if I'm talking, you know? But when I play on my own, I would have it on, sure. Maybe there was a sphere in there. Do we have an object scanner, actually? I can't scan for spheres yet. Oh yeah, the mam tree is probably all different based on what we got. Forgot about that. I wonder if the recipes are much different for the hard drives we've currently unlocked or not. That's the only thing. I wouldn't want any kind of like severe incompatibilities. Trucks all have their routes. Map hasn't changed down this way, so they're doing fine. That's good. So the hub is just there. Alright, let's see where we're at. Tier 5. I've already got the jetpack, oil processing, logistics, fluid packaging, and then petroleum power. So, oh yeah, things have moved. We don't have petroleum power. Okay. I don't have depots either, so I can't just pump this in from where I am. I need plastic, rubber, encased industrial beam, and motors. Well, there's the motors. There's some of the beam. What else do we have waiting for us? Railway signaling, fix-it blueprints, hoverpack. Oh yeah, I don't have aluminum in this world. I guess I can't get a hoverpack then. I guess that'd be the next main thing to actually like progress towards, is building an aluminum facility. But yeah, I would do the SAM facility first. We need more power for a proper aluminum factory, so power then. Computers. Man, it's so funny. Not having a dimensional depot is crazy. I can't even imagine how I played like this. It's like, really? So I just don't have anything, and I have to run really far to get it now. So I need some... We've got one of these. Let's do that. And scan for them. On the note of signs, will you continue to use those? That was the first thing that stood out to me when I found your Update 7 playthrough. I really like the idea. One of the reasons I stopped putting signs on refineries is because I realized they're all going to say the same thing, for the most part. I like numbering machines. I still do that. So yeah, I'll do that. I'll continue to do that. That's just fun. It looks good when it's done. But the signs that used to say the clock speed of a machine, that's because I used to build, you know, 5 machines, and then the one on the end was underclocked. So that would tell me, like, okay, maybe I underclocked 1 or 2 machines. But now I'm smart enough to know, like, if I have 6 machines, I need 6.68 machines, right? Let's just say 6.68 machines, really weird number. So I need to build 7 machines. Now I just know that if I do 6 divided by that number divided by 7, they need to run at 95%. So I clock them all the same. So there's no point seeing the clock speed on the outside anymore. But definitely signs is the way to go. We'll run into the copper Caterium factory in a minute, actually. There's something I want to see in there regarding signs. That we could have a look at. Thinking about it, when I was at the turbo fuel plant just a second ago, a lot of my materials is up there at the moment, I think. And there's probably some at the... It's funny, I have more unlocked in this than I had in the other world. I'm confused. Am I missing a chain in here? Oh no, the nuke obelisk. Where is that? Sulfur? There. Okay. I was just getting a bit worried. So gas and nobelisks are different to nuke nobelisks. I didn't even know that. Okay, good. We need a gas mask. Still haven't got that. Most things are unlocked though. Good job. Yeah, I think we'll have to focus on SAM stuff then, it seems. Can't really do much milestones that would really be worth doing anyway. I mean, getting the petroleum power just unlocked would be good, I guess. We can build this stuff fresh. So I need 200 plastic, 200 rubber. And 83, and a little bit, so I'll just throw that in. A little bit more in case industrial beams. Alright, I can do that pretty quickly, then we'll just drive to go get it. Oh my god. I ended up not doing a vote. I'm sorry. I feel bad saying like I was going to do a vote and then I didn't do one. But I just decided this would be the best thing to do, I think. Because the main reason I decided this is because I was in the world that we just beat yesterday, or today, that we beat yesterday. And I was kind of looking around like, what do I want to do in this and what could I do now? It's like, I'm just not enthusiastic about continuing it, to be honest. The only thing was like mildly I thought would be fun would be, okay, you could maybe do Fixonium and then maybe make like a weapons factory as I'm waiting on the tickets to tick up to get me that golden nut statue. But I don't know, I don't know, I felt like my heart wasn't in it. I'm actually quite excited about the idea of working in this world, just getting it up to speed now. Bringing it up to 1.0 standard with the various spheres and sloops and stuff like that. And then progressing from there, building bigger factories and stuff like that. I think that could be fun. But, you know, if everyone was like really disappointed with that, maybe I would have changed my mind. Left side of the road, oh sorry, yeah. I think I'm allowed to drive wherever I want. But I just want to know for future reference, if I'm building out a route, I think we do drive on the left here. So as far as I remember, some of the plastic and rubber I make is just made over here. I'm just going to go grab that real quick. I do need spheres, so I can't build dimensional depots without getting some SAM ore anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But we do need to find some SAM ore, and then we can progress the tree and start getting dimensional depots unlocked. So I don't have to go back and forth anymore. Now we can get things like liquid biofuel and stuff remotely. Could ramp this place up further as well, I think, soon. It's not fully online either. Get a little bit more power out of it. Tiny bit. Oh, there's a big geyser in the middle of this place now as well, isn't there? I suppose you could tear this whole place down in the future then if you wanted. Right. Petroleum coke, we'll leave that. My player folly sound is quite low. Let's turn that up. If memory serves, there's an impure SAM node in Blue Crater. We scan for it. Oh. Oof. I wasn't there before. I thought as well there was like a summer sloop around here now. This kind of thing I would be tempted to then just remove out of the world. We could use Satisfactory Calculator or just delete it manually. It'd take a while, but you could do that. I like that factory, but if there's stuff in the way now, it's kind of annoying. And it's going to be really underpowered compared to what we build anyway. Sam, yeah, I guess to save time, maybe I will just look up where it is then. I can't remember. Is there pure? Oh, there is pure SAM. I didn't even know that. I thought it was always impure or normal. Yeah, there's some down here. There's some to my west. All right, we'll head to that one then. We'll just drop some portable miners on it and get the ball rolling. Like that one. All right, cool. That's the old steel factory. The old steel factory. Gotta build a proper train network now that we're getting bigger as well. Probably for aluminum, I think it'd be worth having one. Damn. All the obelisks I have. Got him. I'll have to do this as well between streams. I should have known, but yeah, just go grab a bunch of these myself because it's going to take a while of just exploring around. And I like doing that, just clearing an area of collectibles. Feel my obsession. I love how I can mostly avoid steel production with alternate recipes. I like steel. Steel production is kind of cool. It is nice though, using the iron pipe recipe for sure. I love that one. It does take quite a lot of iron though. Feels a bit bad. Well, maybe in a cave? Oh, right there. What kind of bullets do I have? Do I have any? Nope. I wonder, like, do I have a container somewhere full of my stuff? Like, I don't really get it. Why I have things with not much in it. The one I haven't been in yet since the update is the old biofuel factory cave. Hope nothing changed in there. Oh yeah, we'll go there actually. I have to kind of drop some of this remains off anyway. Alright. Alright, that's 3. And then we can just pump in, start, you know, go to the iron factory and I'll connect everything to a dimensional depot, basically. And hello, Coca-Cola. Oh yeah, the petroleum coke factory is like a giant steel plant, actually. So that should have everything we need. But there's also the steel here, so... Alright, so the SAM node. Okay. I don't know if it's underground or up on one of these things. Somewhere, oh, it's over behind me, right? Back off just for a second, I'm struggling. So, next to the dot in the lake. Oh, it's way over there. But there is another one. Oh yeah, in the cave just down below the... Okay, I'll go to that one instead, actually. Yeah, it is a bit closer. Yeah. I know that one. We built in it just recently, right? So it's just over there. Actually, I need to hop in there, right? To get some of that steel. No, I don't. Take it from here. We needed... Case industrial beams. Let's take a little bit of these as well, just in case I need some more. Alright, good. Alright, let's build our way over. Hop down, we'll just throw some portable miners on some SAM, and then we can do both things at the same time. If memory serves me correct, there's spiders and things down there. Always something. Right, so, let's see. Could I make ammo, actually? It would be kind of... How do you make bullets? It's like, copper sheet, I think, mixed with something else. I feel like I used to do all that. Anyway, I just don't remember. I'm trying to remember where these things happen. I have a gun, so I've obviously made them before. So portable miners is what we need. Just drop like 3 or 4 on there. That should be enough sand to continue for a while. Then we need to build a proper sand facility. I don't know if I'll do it here. It'd be nice to find one of the more pure nodes. Oh my god, I'm actually nearly dead. Ah. I have no other health stuff. Nope. I got him. Alright, cool. It was never any doubt. Fine. Alright, good. Anyways, with that out of the way. Do I have gas filters? Don't think so. And I ran out of bombs, so that's good. Jeez. Alright, easy, safe. All fuel for the biofuel factory. That's all that matters. So basically we just need some sand more so we can advance the MAM. And then I can make the dimensional depots properly. Congrats on finally completing the game yesterday. Thank you, Mendicant. Gas filter's not even unlocked in the MAM. Oh yeah, that's true. Alright, we have the other materials we need to make these. So we can craft a few. How much do we need? 10? Alright, so that's done. Easy peasy. Now we can move to the actual dimensional depot, which is what I've been trying to get. So we just need 11 SAM fluctuators. So I need a bunch of these. And we can see if we can make the fluctuators. Just need 11, and then we'll need another 10 for each depot. So just have to craft these down a little bit for a few minutes. Let's try to get it done quickly. I don't have sloops or anything, so for now, this is the best we can do. I suppose I could just take the SAM more, try go up, find a sloop, start building, start throwing them in to overblock them or whatever. Shard them. Power shard and summer sloops. So to do that, in here, we would need 1, and then you need 10 of those. And then you need... We have the circuit boards, we need another sloop. Okay, so you need a few sloops. Sloop should be above you. Okay, I could go have a look. We'll let these pile up. Sloop should be above me. Oh yeah, right there. Thanks. Okay. Right, so now one sloop, 100 fluctuators. So we have to make them by hand. After that, we'll try sloop them so we can get more. And then I can make depots a bit more effectively. So I think that's the right way to go about it. So we need 100. So I gotta do that myself, unfortunately. Give me the SAM. Okay, harvest. Could always go to the desert biome, lots of easy sloops to get there. Yeah, it's pretty far from me, but that would be a good idea as well. Just somewhere where it's quick and easy. I don't mind having the interactive map thing open and just quickly running around getting them there. Let's see, I can just turn those on also. Yeah, the grassy fields area actually has a few that are pretty open. Like, not hard to find. So 70. How many of these are needed each time? 6? Ugh. Takes so long. Do I even have a manufacturer? I do. The wire, steel pipe, and reanimated SAM. How much inventory space do I have? Not much. First time I heard a sphere say that, I died laughing. Congrats on finishing. Been watching your videos for quite a while now. Thanks, Bad Passive. Appreciate that. Live, laugh, consume. Oh, it's so funny. Yesterday, when we were talking about going up to the max world height, I was saying that, oh, it'd be funny if Metal Gear Solid music played or something. Like you're going up the big staircase. Because I was like, oh, I'll build a big staircase and I could play the music. And then the achievement was called What a Thrill, which is a lyric from the song. And I was like, oh, that's cool. The same thought I did. This is a pretty obvious thought, but yeah, it's just funny. Right, so how many fluctuators do we have now? We have 11. We only need 89 more. Bear with me. It needs to be done. It'll make everything else faster after that. And I can't sloop these now, so there's no loss. This is so that I can sloop them in the future, and then all the depots we build will be built better. I think what we'll do today is try build a decent looking sand facility that makes sand fluctuators. I think that could be quite fun. I've never done it before, really. Try to make one that looks good with some lighting inside. We did in the previous playthrough. In this cave, I put some lights in and we just piped it straight up through the crack up there. You could maybe do some creative building down here and actually build it down here. Maybe. Drone it out. Perhaps there is a bridge leading right over this place. We're up to 25 now. The tube captain was fun, yeah, that was fun. I need so much of this. I don't even know if I'll have enough pipe. Suppose I could build another portable miner because it could be going faster. Another one or two might be enough for us to keep up with it for crafting. Oh man, all the animal remains that have been used in this world, and grass and wood that hasn't been slooped. The waste. Although I guess a lot of the foliage is regrown actually, so that's good. A portable miner mini factory would be a good idea. I don't have that recipe yet, but yeah, getting those would be good. We did build one eventually in my other series, but like right towards the end. Not even a mini factory. You don't even need a factory for it, right? You just need one machine making it. And then if it goes into a dimensional depot, you'll have more than you'll ever need. But yeah. Exactly, yeah. Find some impure nodes. Dimensional depot, the thing. Can't depot anything until we get this done, though. Well, we have 35. Getting there. Guess I could just watch this number. Well, I'll know when I've got 65. Then we can just do the final crafting. I'll lay these out better so I can pick up from them easier. Oh man, the joys of manual crafting. How many nodes and purity of them, how many nodes and purity of them do I need for an iron factory that will work till the end? It all depends on how much you scale later. You could have one iron factory that works till the end if you build everything in very low volume. You know? Because you could, it all depends on the time that you want to achieve in the rest of the game. And that's like an annoying answer, but it's the truth. That's why there's no good answer to that. It's like, well, a good baseline might be like 10 iron nodes that are normal. Would probably get you fairly far for a long time. But as long as you could probably use that then to never build more iron than that. Like, how much iron did I use in my previous save that I beat the game? I don't know. Not that many. We did have a good size iron factory actually. I had 6 pure nodes, and that got me to the end. But I built very low volume after that. But nothing ever really consumed that much. And I had some iron left over. I had some like 160 plates per minute or something. So that's an example. That's what I did. In this world, I've got an iron factory with way more than that. And each node is doing 480 per minute. So, in theory, you could also scale that up further and later on. Yeah, 6 iron pure nodes is where I started in the northern forest. And I don't think I ever built another iron factory after that, so... And... I didn't even use... We just used smelters. I didn't even use the pure recipe. That's the other thing. You could use recipes that give you more out of a node later, so... Yeah, tough one to answer because it just all depends how big you're willing to build. And hello, Jim. Or Jerry Harper Roma. How much do we got now? 40. Alright, let's just crack these 40. That'll give us 75. And then we just need 25 more. I'm getting a bit low on steel pipe though, but we are next to the steel factory. Okay. Alright, so we just need 25 more. We'll see that appear here. Once that gets to 25, we're done. You haven't had to do manual crafting in a while. I know, well, I've never done it this... I feel like I've never done it where I just wait this long. Normally, I'd pop it into a constructor or something. I'd build a SAM miner into one constructor. I'd pick up like a batch of SAM and then craft it, I suppose, but... Or throw it in a manufacturer manually. I don't normally sit on a crafting bench, but we came down here without any power. And it's like, look, while we're here, we'll just get what we need. 16. Getting close. Then I can build dimensional depots. Then we'll build an actual facility for this. It'd be much better. That'll be fun. I haven't done that before. It doesn't need to be super big, so I feel like we could do it today. And we could theme it and make it look nice, I think. That was one thing that kind of surprised me, actually, in beating the game. You don't need that much SAM. You can tap one node and that's all you ever need. It's never really used in any production chain. Right? You only need it for making fluctuators. Am I wrong in thinking you don't really need that for anything else then? Or is there alternate recipes that maybe use it? I don't know. I only ever use them for making dimensional depots. So, yeah, I would have thought more would be done with that. I didn't really reflect on that too much, but it's like, yeah, I thought you'd need SAM at tier 9. But I guess not. Major, hey, Rachel or Rakael, it might be. Alright, we needed 100, we'll just craft it all, obviously. And that'll be that. Then we need 10 to be able to actually at least build one, so I'll still need a little bit more just here while we're here. Oh, I need the actual summer sloop, of course. Yeah, let's go find another summer sloop, let them cook up the rest. Build a ladder or a staircase or something. One's fairly deep down there. Don't Mark 6 belts need SAM. They need fixite trigons. Are they made with SAM? Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. You're right, sorry, the trigons do require it. And trigons are used in certain production. You know what? I take it back. You're right. SAM is used. I just used it in such low volume that I just tapped one node and I had enough trigons to get everything. So maybe that's why I felt that way. I just kind of forgot. It's like, oh yeah, the trigon making, I guess, is SAM actually. Right, so just need to go find another sloop. There's one around here to the left. Yeah, there should be just one out there on the little island thing. So all, yeah, I forgot. All of these little outposts here, they're picking up copper and sending it to the big copper caterium factory. What this place does. That's kind of what I want to do for an iron... Well, we have an iron factory, but if I was doing like a bigger one. Just do that, basically. Right, so. Now, finally, we can just get that last thing here. So now we can sloop machines to double our output. Doing that means that we can now get twice as many fluctuators rather than sitting there crafting it for so long. Then we can build more dimensional depots. Doesn't mean we need to find at least a few more sloops, so I can just do that again real quickly. We're not too far from them. Been grabbed already? I assume so. Yep. Got that one. Do one to my right. Oh, I don't know. I think there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Get that one. We need 4. So that's 1. We need 3 more after this. Then we can sleep a manufacturer and we get double the output of our fluctuators. Yeah, I forgot about the Fixonium stuff. Oh, well, not Fixonium, but I forgot about the... See, that's the thing. You don't need Fixonium. That's like an optional thing if you want to do power. But I did forget about even just the Trigons. Because it wasn't too difficult. Right, so I have the one in the cave. I have all of the ones in grassy fields, actually, except for one that's just a bit further up now. There's also spheres here, so I suppose I should try to get both. Struggling to see... There should be one there. Oh, in the middle of the, yeah, the little grassy island thing here. Plateau. There's also one somewhere here next to the arch. It says that it's right there, I think. Unless it's underground. Maybe it's under there. Sounds like it. Only got one obelisk though. I don't think I can actually get in there. Damn. Oh, nice. Got it. Wasn't a slug. Right, so that's that one. So there's one now right in front of me on this little mounted rock thing right there. Flying ahead now. Getting loads of them. Thanks to our liquid biofuel making life quite easy. Was looking at something else? Oh, no worries then, yeah. How about using a factory cart to duplicate your spheres and sloops? No, I'm not going to do that. How can people live with themselves? I could just, technically this is running on advanced game settings, so I could just give myself them if I really wanted to, right? Where's the honor? This world I never actually ran advanced game settings, it's that there was a different save in the same save world, and it applied that to everything. Which sucked, but I don't know if I can actually even earn achievements in this world. Not that it matters, we have them all now, almost all. Right, there's a cave right across from me here with a summer sloop inside of it. So go in there real quick. I won't do this on stream in future. I'll have them. I'll just get them in between episodes, so you won't have to worry about it. I don't want to waste people's time. Or feel like they might be wasting their time. I know it's a bit repetitive. Okay, looking good. There's 2 more. So now we're going to head west towards the copper Caterium factory. There's one here. And then there's 2 sloops over that way. And then we can go to the liquid biofuel factory and drop what we have in there. Also another one in front of my modular frame factory. So we'll get those 2 as well. How many do we have now? 6 and 2. So we need 2 more sloops. And we're, well, as many spheres as possible, I guess, but 6 is plenty. For now. I'm not going to increase the speed or anything. Like I said, I'll do that in between episodes or streams, and that way save you guys a bit of time. That stuff. You need mycelium and fabric for the MAM upgrade, the gas masks. Yeah. Lots to do. Lots of little upgrades to do to bring this world up to speed. Although I kind of just want to get to building, you know? So maybe we could leave the gas mask and just do the MAM facility. Or the dam facility. It said there was one over here somewhere. Over there. Oh, windy. Right, 2 sloops to go and I know where they are. So the first one is on this little pillar thing here where my trucks are driving right past it. Why are my trucks driving right there? Is that where the road is? Oh yeah, it must be. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen people say like they go out to collect these before they have any equipment, and I'm like, what are you doing, man? I mean, they just build, like you said, you know, you build a foundation or a ramp or whatever. Fair enough. But with a jetpack, it is so much quicker. You don't have to like build or delete or anything like that. You just keep going. All right, so just up there. Be a sloop. And the last one, I think, could be in my liquid biofuel cave, or it's just out in the grass somewhere, like here. Over there. Don't attack me. Not very good at protecting those things, are they? See you later. Alright, we've got all the sloops we need. Now we can build a manufacturer and just sloop it to get the sand fluctuators, and that will allow us to build dimensional depots. Oh yeah, the waterfall's changed. They added new water graphics, so wow, this is like really covered now. Yeah, I guess the drone port could just use this belt to bring things in and out. Yes. Gotta be something in here, right? I don't know. Is there? No, just a... There's actually nothing in here. Wow. Okay. They left it alone. They watched my videos. Oh yeah, this build is cool. What a beautiful place. Highly inefficient now, but still nice. Maybe try and update it, I guess. So yeah, biofuel's just full up. It's funny, like, even before the slooping, like, this place just filled really fast. Yeah, look, there's actually loads of stuff even in here. It gets sorted downstairs. But yeah, we'll throw sloops in here when we get them later. For now, I'll just take a little bit out of here. Or actually... yeah. That'll keep us going for a while. I could drop off other stuff here, actually, as well. This place takes slugs. I can't remember if it does. I feel like it doesn't. Oh yeah, it used to take flowers. They got rid of flowers, so flowers went out the center. So it doesn't take slugs. Could maybe do something with slugs. It's a shame that it wouldn't dynamically just make the shard based on whatever slug comes in. That would be nice, but oh well. Yeah. So that would be one thing that would need to be added in here is a way to take in slugs and sloop them. Alright. So I vaguely remember there's a way out over here. Alright, now we can go back to the SAM area and I'll just deposit that stuff in the hub right now. That way we'll get our petroleum power milestone unlocked, even though we have like... hey. Be overgrown veg maybe, or something that's gotten in the way. Just tuning in, why'd you choose to go back to your old save? I felt like there wasn't much left to do in the other one. There's loads to do in this one. It's a slightly different style and we're building bigger and try to build better, I guess, and do more things. So this save is perfect for now, like saying like, okay, we could do rocket fuel, like I never did that before. We could do ionized fuel if we really want to get crazy. So that was kind of the main impetus. Also just because some people asked and I was like, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I used to have loads of containers out here as well, where I'd keep stuff, but I guess not anymore. Alright, we'll drive back over to the... I'll just fly over, I suppose, to the arch. We'll hop down, we'll build a I'll take power with me. Basically over there right now anyway. This is just temporary power because this won't be the real facility. I just need to get some of this stuff made. Bring this down. Maybe we can zip line our way over it. Alright, here we are then. So now we've got power. Yeah, same. I like the aesthetics of the save. So that was another reason. It's like, well, this world actually looks good. So when people tune in, they'll be like, oh, cool, that looks kind of nice. Maybe not as good as some other streamers, but still decent. Rather than just things just floating out in the middle of nowhere all the time. That was kind of a way for me to say, hey, I did it. I beat the game. But now, I can maybe do it a bit more right. Want to go this way? I don't know where I'm going to fit a manufacturer down here. There's almost certainly no room for one, is there? Over here, maybe? And then I need to just make containers. Beat it. Like I said, this is just temporary. It's just to get the ball rolling. Then we'll come in here with obelisks and stuff, clear out some stuff, make it a proper place. Right, so we need a constructor first. Alright, that's powered on. What are we doing by default? 60? It's obviously fine. In fact, just to use up what's in my inventory, throw this in manually first. I guess we could sloop this. Oh, the gas. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Can I make a bomb while I'm here? Get rid of one of those guys? No. Damn. Always out of stuff in this world. Well, anyways. You're gonna go in there. Okay. Right, need 3 containers, enough to go get some steel and wire, which isn't too far off. The wire actually kind of is. And I'll sloop this one fully. If we get another sloop, then great, we can do both, but for now, this one's fine. Although it doesn't really need to sloop the other one, thinking about it. It's just this one that matters more, because it's using up other stuff, right? Yeah. There. So give me that sloop back. Yeah, I'm working on dimensional depot storage because there is no dimensional depots in this world. This was set before that was in the game, so this will let me, yeah, get that stuff up and running. So I want to make some fluctuators. So, oh yeah, actually, I want to make some fluctuators so that I can basically make dimensional depots. We've just gone and grabbed our first set of spheres. One of the first ones we could build is actually here, thinking about it. Right, so this needs steel pipe, which we don't have, and wire. I don't have any steel pipe. Guess not. I just threw it in there, did I? Yep. Right, well the steel is just up above me, so I'll just scale back up. And is this done? This seemed to happen very quick. Right, so I'll tell you what, I'll just give this another temporary container here. Put all that ore in now, I don't need it anymore. Alright, so the steel plant's just above me. I'm just going to dump in a bunch of steel. Then we'll also have to do the same for wire. Then I can actually build a dimensional depot that I can finally get out of here. And then just we'll have sand fluctuators going into my inventory. And we can build dimensional depots in places where that I can actually like utilize some of the stuff and we can build with it. That should help. That will kind of get us, allow us to start building properly then again. Power shard the constructor and dump in your SAM. I don't need to. Yeah, maybe. I'll head back there in a minute. I'm not in any hurry for making that stuff. I'm lacking materials more than anything. Because power sharding it wouldn't do anything until we provide more steel. Not that much, probably. Lighting in here is not the best. Oh, it actually takes 120 per minute. Oh, I don't have enough reinforced iron plates. Great. There you go. There's your steel. I'll take some just in case I need it. And then we can build our first one around the back. Do I have it yet? Do I still haven't unlocked it. Oh yeah. So we need 10 or something more of these. This one could be overclocked if we can afford the power. Although with sloops on this power network, I don't know. Yeah, I think we're okay. Although I can't feed it fast enough. Alright, well, that's pretty much all I need then. Alright, finally, so we can get the first dimensional depot built. great. So I'm lacking modular frames. Oh my god, I'm gonna go to all these factories and build this stuff. It's gonna be great. Modular frames, I'm missing wire, of course, and fluctuators. Well, we have lots of fluctuators, so I need wire and modular frames. They'll be the two first things we sloop that, or fix up. Give me the wire from here, actually, just temporarily. And what was it? Modular frames. Might be able to make some here. Yes, just about make enough. Then we can go to the modular frame factory and put a depot on that place straight away. And that needed an update, because if you remember, the modular frames are just going into an awesome sink. They're not even being stored. I don't know why that is. I think it might be because there's overflow that goes up to a truck station, but I could be wrong. Is there a sulfur chip next to the SAM node for black powder and obelisks? I'll look in a second. Oh yeah, I was like, what was I doing? This is what I was doing. We need 5. That. Alright, done. Finally. Okay, right. So now we've got SAM fluctuators semi-automated going in there. We need to just provide steel and wire temporarily into this place. But yeah, I want to make this into a facility where we do this properly. Maybe I won't do it in this place. I might look on the map to see if there's a better area with this stuff around us. Those, yeah, get rid of that. Can I do both? No. Alright, no big deal. I was going to try and connect this so that when it runs out of it, inevitably, it just continues, but it doesn't matter. We'll run out of wire first anyway. But we finally have SAM fluctuators. First thing, boom. Ticking up in the background. So you said you think there's sulfur down here that can help me clear some of those gas things. Oh yeah, some over there. We have coal though. Oh, it's a bit pointless then, but see. I think ultimately we just need coal though around here. Yeah, so I'll just leave it. Well, you know, I'm sure black powder must be made somewhere. I don't know. It's so weird. Seems like I made it and then maybe tore it down or something. Or maybe I just made it locally. I know in this series I did have like a platform out in grassy fields that I would just add stuff to. So it might have been there. I'm not in Update 8, I'm in my Update 8 world. Or save. So it was never updated to 1.0, so this is the first time it's gone into 1.0. And that's why it's like, oh, I don't have anything in terms of SAM or I don't have a dimensional depot kind of at my disposal, or cloud thing at my disposal, so we just had to quickly go around, find some Mercer spheres, find some Sloops. That's kind of done now. Yeah, I might update that to-do list because it was kind of inaccurate. So let's say Steam Depot has been unlocked, right, so that's done. We've now built, I need to build, yeah, build several. I'll say build 7 of them. We're going to go to the modular frame factory and build it there. We're going to go to the wire factory and build one there. That way I can just have that stuff trickle up in the background. We can then keep feeding that machine to keep making more fluctuators. Oh yeah, build core depots. That's it. And then maybe a SAM facility. Cool. All right. It's working now. So the modular frame factory is just over there. We have to see what's going wrong with it, because it did seem like it was just going into an awesome sink for some reason. There's an impure sulfur node by the steel factory. Oh, sorry, when you said there was a sulfur chip, I thought you just meant the one that was sticking out of the ground. Yeah, so it looks like modular frames are going that way. Ah, so it is just overflow. That's what I was mistaking. That's alright. Alright, cool, perfect. Then I just need to go back upstairs, I guess. Hop through that gap. And to be a bit lazy, we could just throw this down somewhere. Yeah, here. Oh, I need the frames. Such a shame. But yeah, I'll just do that for now. Oh, actually, this might look a little bit better. Not really. Right, cool. So that'll just send some into here, and this will just back up. Great. So modular frames are now depotted. I've got 5 more to go. The next one will be doing wire. So to do that, we'll have to go over there. Then we'll head back down. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quickly, but yeah, this will be the next place we go over to. And I should be able to read my chat a bit better now that I can see it on my other screen again. Why not bring them from above? That was earlier. I'm not sure. After seeing what's broke and needs to be fixed, are you re-optimizing your current factories before moving to new ones? So we had a look at the turbo fuel factory. That recipe changed. So now technically it's supplying like 150 generators, but it can only supply like 90. However, the game saves the state it was in before the previous update, so we're not losing power or losing fuel. It weirdly says it's consuming 7.5 per minute, but it's actually consuming 4.5 as per the old rates. So that's fine, but if we build new ones or change it, it'll probably reset it. So I was thinking, because that's power related, it's quite annoying. Like if we have to, it would be considerably less power that we get out of there, I think. So because it's less generators, so it must be, right, for the same amount of turbo fuel. Because someone was saying like, oh, the generators are more efficient now, but it's like, okay, well, turbo fuel seems to be nerfed to me. If the same amount of turbo fuel is supplying less generators, oh, but people have said like the power amount you get out is more. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like it's still less because it's like 60 generators less, and I don't think they've become that much stronger. But anyways, long story short, probably would want to build a new power facility before redoing that one, but certainly for other facilities we could just kind of go around and make sure they run okay. I don't think any of the other recipes I built changed though, so I think they're all fine. But I would like to go around and stick dimensional depots on them and just make sure they're running okay. So I'll be back in just a minute. Just going to the bathroom. Right. I would say, maybe next week, you know, we'll kind of consider that like the first one. I know I've been kind of a bit back and forth all over the place, but next week I'll have a plan. I'll definitely decide. I like this world. I think we'll try to make it work. In between, like now and next week, I'll go get the spheres, the sloops, and we can just focus on like, okay, let's start building and figuring out like what is and what isn't working in certain places. And like get an accurate number of all the rates that everything is doing. So consider this like a sort of a it's like the prologue to next week's streams, where we'll start like, it's almost like a new campaign from then on out in a new world again. And yeah, I'm going to put on some different music, because this music, I feel like, sucks the life out of the game. No offense to it. Sometimes it's awesome, but that drony kind of music is like, Jesus. Nice. Alright. Right, cool. Alright, so building core depots, we've done 2 so far. Next one's going to be over at the copper caterium facility, and we're going to build wire. We'll just make sure we're grabbing that wire. Thanks for the subscriptions, by the way. Is there... Oh yeah, I read that already. They give more power, but the burn power to ratio is the same as pre 1.0. They just made it so you didn't need to build as many generators. They give more power, but the burn to power ratio is the same. So you're saying you think it'll be the same amount of power I get out for the same amount of turbo fuel that goes in. Just need less. But that's fine, because then we could go there right now and just delete the ones we don't need. If I wanted to, right? And there should be no power change. But I was afraid the power would dip down. Yeah, it's a nerf, but it's not a nerf, but a rebalance. Got it. Okay, that's okay then. It's not too bad. Yeah, well then we could fix that place up too. Right, so I'm trying to think, where am I even going to steal wire from in this place? Which is funny because the place makes so much. But it's going to be hard to find like all the different lines that go somewhere that might be getting used right now. Okay. Block L and E make wire currently. Copper sheets go to the silicon factory. Extra is assigned to storage. Each block produces 487 copper ingots. Block consumes 390 ore. Interesting. Up. But none of the... Oh, it is. It's just not fully ramped up. Got it. And then a lot of it's yeller. What's that? You're full. Hmm. So we're just not consuming all of it right now. This would be great with the Mark 6 belts in the future. So good. Yeah, this is where the hell lies. Where our quick wire is made, and it's ready for the additional lines to be provided in the future. So this was all made at Mark 3. We now have Mark 4 belts. Yeah, I did the sheets not so long ago, so they're using Mark 4. Alright, so this is quick wire. I'm looking for regular wire, which I think is down here. Yeah. Well, we have lines completely full of it, so that just ends there. Okay. Yeah, so I don't remember. I'd have to really spend some time looking at where these things go. But what we could do is just stick a line right in here, put a depot on it, and just call it a day for a while. Until we make a proper room for that. So... Amazon storage, yeah. Alright, cool. Well, we've got wire up and running now. Cable. Could do the same with cable. Doesn't go anywhere. Cable's needed a lot, so sure. We need to do the same with quick wire. Copper sheet would probably be more useful. We build with it a lot. I did say that some of the copper sheet just goes into storage. Past Darren has told me that anyway. Follow the pink line. Didn't they release a new belt speed for 1.0? Yes, this belt was this place was built with 780 per minute in mind, but now we could do 1200. So you could clean up a lot of the belts by putting them on higher bandwidth belts. Yeah, for sure. It'll take a really long time to get to that speed though. So it'll still be able to ramp up to full capacity once we hit Mark 5. But we could make life easier if we hit a Mark 6 belt. So, yeah. This doesn't go into an... I didn't smart split it into an awesome sync or anything. So right now we could just do, again, depot on top. I'll just throw that in there. Alright, how many of these do I have left? 3. Okay, so now we've got modular frames, wire, cable, copper, sheet. What else we need? Iron stuffs, right? Head over to the iron factory. A lot of that just goes into the truck stations there, so we could just pipe out of the truck station into depots. Cool. Then we need more spheres. We could go over to the motor factory, get some of the motors going, other things like that. But for now, the core essentials I think would be most important. Oh yeah, the reinforced iron plates. Yeah, we'll get them. And yellow lights in the distance, I don't like it. Diagnose all these problems. I'm pretty confident none of them would have had these problems before. Low on quick wire. It looks like a full 480. What are you consuming? 56.25. Are you all the same? Yep. 56.25. And there are... how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Was it 56? Well, that's more than that belt can handle, so okay. Must have been built for the future then. Alright. I feel like when I normally build things for the future, I would turn off the machine. I don't know why it's left on. Problem for another day. We'll figure all this stuff out. Factories are so nice. Some of them are. Yeah, they're missing little bits, you know, every now and then. And then this all leads out to here. And that never had a roof on it or anything. So I'd like to on these streams like do some of the cosmetics for these. These could be ramped up as well. Everything's waiting to get their Mark 5 belts. That's really the goal of the stream, is to get of these streams would be to get this factory and all these factories running as intended. Anyways, alright, we'll bail out of here. Ugh. Hello, supercomputers. Interesting. Why is that there? And where did it come from? It's really the question. That to-do list is going to be a stream of video itself. Yeah, I know, right? Well, we do it factory by factory. It's okay, let's go into the... You'd start at the base, right? The copper criteria, make sure everything's running there correctly, and so on and so forth. Hard to do, though, until everything gets the belt speed it needs. Otherwise, I feel like we'd have to be monitoring which ones need to be turned off or not. Alright, so at the iron factory we'll build 2 depots, or do I have 3? 3 or 2. On iron plates and reinforced iron plates. Then we'll head back down to the little SAM area. Get our fluctuators. I'm thinking about where we want to build a little SAM facility. Like I said, it doesn't have to be at that place. I'd like it to be in a place near iron. Just iron, really, because you can make iron wire and steel pipe from iron, right? So it just needs to be next to an iron node. Also, it'd be good to bomb out the area just to kill all the animals in there. Right, so. Perfect, right? This place can just have depots sticking out of these truck stations. Nothing consumes. Oh, we didn't make any. Damn. Oh yeah, I guess I have to go back down there now. I don't think I consume all of the iron plates, or, you know, it should be fine. Did you miss all the streams for the last few weeks? Oh, sorry. Have you ever thought about doing a stream showing your process where you're planning your builds? Yeah, so I've been doing that, as Nurgle points out. So I stream Wednesdays and Thursdays, and we just beat the game yesterday. And on many of these streams, even just recently, like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, all the factories that I'd be planning, I do it on the stream. So people wonder, like, what's your process? Not to derail too much, but... Not there. One. Like, for instance, we did nuclear power. That'd be the perfect one to look at. If you want to see my process for how do we... Excuse me, make a factory. The nuclear power stream was a few weeks ago now, and I built this diagram out on the stream. And I think I did it okay myself. Then when we did the how to recycle the waste, that was a separate stream. So we added this whole bottom section. And I was doing it wrong. My numbers were way off. So I obviously just made a miscalculation. I was going to run with that, and then someone in the chat, I think it was CEM, pointed out like, oh, these numbers would work a lot better if you just did this. And then as soon as he told me that, then I was able to work with that from there and just build it all out. And that's how we then laid out the machines, and that, you know, you can see how I did it. That's how I do every factory. I look at recipes, alternate recipes. I look at the end product, work my way back, that kind of thing. All of that, all of this stuff would have been done on stream. I think only the first maybe 2 or 3 factories I didn't do on stream. The circuit board one was done on stream. I remember that one. That was a good one. And that was all done by me. Mostly by me. That much mistakes. So, yes, it's called Circuit Boards, AI Limbs, and Fuel. So you'd have to go back to whatever stream relates to the electronics factory and that kind of thing. But it would have been done on stream as well. So it's all there to be viewed. But I don't really plan on doing it in a video. I don't find it... People often ask, but I just don't really see, like, what's the... How I do it, what's the... I don't think it's very impressive, how I do it. I kind of just brute force my way through the numbers, and it mostly works. But yeah, it's not... I just don't think it's like... Some people say, do a whole video on it. It's like, I don't know what that video would be. It would just be what you see on the streams. I'm not sure I can make it more interesting than that. Right, so... We actually didn't run out of wire or steel pipes. That's great. Well, this is gaining now a little bit. This is gaining so slow, I didn't actually check if the machines that belt was tied to are on. But I hope so. Now we can just keep tossing that in there. What are you missing? You're just missing the reanimated SAM. That'll be coming out now. So I still have 2 depots to build, and we're done with that. Then we could do either SAM facility or weapons, like making nobelisks and something else for my ammo, because I don't have any ammo right now. We need smokeless powder, so you need some form of oil or a byproduct of oil. Ooh, I think I do remember where I do that. It might be out... Hey! Oh, there it is. I was going to say it's gone. It's not gone. It's there. Might be out there at the oil production bit. See you later, Mendicant. You're gonna trying out Run 8 multiplayer. Oh, I never heard that. See you later, and good luck with the doctor. I guess I just missed when you're talking about the planning. Oh, no worries. Yeah, no problem. I suppose it would be usually at the beginning of those streams, but it's all good. But yeah, if you're looking for it, just go, if you don't mind, go back to the streams, and if you're hovering through, like, you know, to see where it is, you'll see this full screen for quite a long time. So it's, you know, it's somewhere there. It's all in a playlist as well, so hopefully you're able to use the playlist. And maybe I'm downplaying myself. I just didn't think it was... I never think it's that interesting, but it is one of the most common questions I get. It's like, how do you plan your factories? And I've tried to answer it in the videos too. 60 per minute. Well, I don't have reinforced iron plates anyway, so it's just gonna have to run. We could half this rate, I suppose. I don't like seeing things turn on and off. Cool. Alright, so we need a 10. Right, we can go now. I'm sure it'll keep making stuff for a while. And we can build a more permanent facility. Oh, yeah, they are, yeah. Building there is interesting. Like, it'd be hard to make it look good. Spent quite a long time doing that. I think what I'd probably do is still try to build a facility like here. And have like a thing that comes up. Make it look good, like a spiral staircase or something. Right, so back up to the iron facility. We'll build these 2 extra depots now. Oh, a depot on the biofuel would be nice. That's kind of important. So we'll do 2 on iron, 1 on the biofuel, so I don't have to run back there too often. So thinking about it, all of these places could do it depots, like everything can. Now I'm missing wire. That's going up so slowly. We were just at that place. I don't think that belt was hooked up to machines that actually make wire. Damn. I have to go back there. Ugh. Alright, we'll just drive it actually. It's just a road connection all the way. My bad. I should have checked. I just assumed if it was at the end with stuff on it, it probably was ready to go, but I guess not. I know the upload speed is only 30 per minute, but is it still moving now? It's not moving anymore. I think it's drained, so yeah. Oh, it starts at 15 per minute, really? Oh my god. Yeah, that's not gaining though, so confident now that it's just not hooked up. Alright, let's find the problem. Back up pretty much to the top floor. Need to build a blueprint system so we can make these towers that we can just get up and down them, okay? Right. Oh yeah. They're not connected. They must have been a long time ago, but no longer. Okay, well, let's just see where I can pull from. I just don't... I guess I could just set it to be overflow, because I just don't want to take from a belt that's going somewhere to do something. So, this line, I'm just curious, why has it stopped? It used to come from here. A merger, but with nothing else there. Okay, this goes down. It runs to the machines at the far side. These ones. Alright, I can just hop upstairs and see why that is then. Like, why are they shut off? They clearly were working one time. I don't know, that's so strange. They're all even disconnected. Maybe just a different belt was hooked up to it at one stage. They're not even connected to each other. Alright. They are being fed though. It's just I knew that I must have known like the belt speed won't be able to hold it. Anyway, this bottom line is like backed up, so we'll use this one. becomes the bottom right line. That one. That does go somewhere else though. I'd rather take the ones that are going to the left. I guess we'll just build an overflow splitter. This makes the most sense. Man, I need a hover pack. Right, so overflow. Smart splitter. Smart. 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 Right, there we go. That'll do the job. Kind of feel like it doesn't need a whole giant container, but whatever. Alright, so hopefully that works. Cable is still doing its thing. Cable's good. Wire is now gaining again. Modular frames are gaining. Now fluctuators intermittently gaining, I suppose. Right, so finally, back to the iron plant. Now that we have wire coming into our inventory, we can build these a couple more depots and be done. Aaron, appreciate that a lot. Belated congratulations on saving the puppies and kittens. I'm sure they're really safe now. Definitely. Yeah, I was surprised there was nothing really too sinister at the end. It just seemed like it was begging for it, but maybe it'd just be too obvious. And I guess you never really know for sure what's going on. Thank you, by the way, for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Power was amazing limited. Oh yeah, that's true actually. Even with the better belt speeds, we don't have the power to power it all on right now anyway. We'll get it up and running though. I look forward to that, you know, when it's all up and running and we see all the glass cases like sending all their ingots up. It'll be cool. It needs like an awesome sink room or something as well, you know, somewhere all this stuff can go. An awesome sink and a depot room. And then it needed a train station. The idea was that a train was going to take this stuff out of there. A lot of it's just going to its neighboring factory though now. The dev said that they didn't want a storyline like other factory games have done with such a negative nihilistic ending. There's implications, but it's not as negative as other games. I've never beaten any of the other games, so what do I know? In Factorio, don't you just launch a rocket? Is there any narrative at all? What the devs is... Oh, I read that already. Never usually able to get to the live streams, but I'm downloading the old ones and listening to them when I get time. Keep up the good work, mate. Love the streams. Thank you, Grim. Appreciate that a lot. How's it going so far? It's good. It's been slow, I'll be honest. It's been back and forth, me doing a lot of manual crafting, but we're making some progress now with dimensional depots. So finally we can put these things where they need to be. Should have just picked up some iron or wire, would have been a good thing. Now I'm just limited by the per minute number. We need to build 2 more depots, for 2 more dimensional depots, and then we're gonna just sit down and plan out a little factory. I'm only here for another hour and 30 minutes though. So either we could do a little SAM facility, or I suppose while I'm waiting for that stuff to creep up, we can start planning it now. We're thinking about where it's gonna go. The other option is a weapons factory, so I don't know if I currently make black powder anywhere. I don't know. If I do, it could be over in the Blue Crater area, because there's a coal facility there with a small little oil platform that makes little bits. So I'm like, oh yeah, maybe there. I'll just turn this off for a sec. What I'm going to be looking for now, SAM plus iron. Or, well, really it needs to be iron, because we can make the... Oh, I don't have the alternate recipes though. Ugh. I was gonna say we can make anything from iron, like we can make wire and we can make steel, a steel pipe. Those are the 2 things we need. Now, that said, where's the arch, by the way? Why am I blind? Oh, it's there, isn't it? Yeah. Our steel facility is down here. That has steel pipe. We would need to bring in the wire, though. The wire is made over at our big copper Caterium factory. Or we could just try to make some wire locally, right? Is there any copper? Could do it there, then. Oh, but we pick that copper up and send it off, don't we? Yeah, it's not available. What other nodes could we tap? Sam up here plus a lot of impure nodes. Are trains to essential storage even necessary? No, I argued they never were, but certainly now they're not. You bring your storage to you through the dimensional depot. So now you really don't need it. I know a lot of people like it for the also just the aesthetic of seeing everything you make in one place. That is cool. I can appreciate that. Make some iron wire. Well, that's what I was saying. I only need iron. I can make iron wire and I can make iron pipe, but don't have the hard drives. I'd have to go get them. These alternate recipes are new, or at least one of them is. God, I don't even have reinforced iron plates. Do we have any here? Yes. I don't remember what it was like not having a depot. I've become so accustomed to it. The hard drive. So, hard drive library. I've got none. Well, that makes sense. There was no library before. Yeah, okay. So what recipe do I have for wire unlocked? Oh, nice. I have the iron wire, actually. Now, the steel pipe from iron, I guess I wouldn't have that because that didn't exist. So that's what I would be looking for, I guess, with hard drives, but that could take ages. Who knows? I could still build it and set it up ready for that and just feed in the steel pipe manually until we get the recipe. A little less satisfying that way, but at least it would still kind of work. There we go. So that's that one done. So we just need another one of these. I'm just waiting for the wire to come back up. It's a 15 per minute though, so it's gonna take like many minutes. What's 100 divided by 15? 6? Yeah. It takes 6 minutes. Or I could just go get some. What are you carrying? Hopper. Oh, I could have hopped on the back of this guy and he would have taken me there. No. It's just a little faster than me. Oh, maybe not. Yes. Do you have any hard drives still laying around somewhere? Maybe in the hub? No, I checked the hub earlier. I have a feeling that I must have containers somewhere with my stuff in it, but I don't know where. So, normally what I did in this save was when I went to go to build something, I would pack up a truck full of materials and things that I think I would need and drop it all off in containers at the site. And then when I was done with the build, I'd remove the containers. And I'm trying to think, what was the last thing I built? The big motor factory. So there's maybe containers full of stuff out there. It's bothering me as well. Let's just cut this down. Sloppy work back there, Darren. Jeez. Got some Zed fighting. Oh my god. Whoa, Nelly. Guy loves to go back on his back wheels. Little spin move. Oh. Nice. My god, I thought it was Friday. You're all over the place this week. Yes, on Tuesday you thought it was Wednesday. Get it together. Good to see you, though. What are you taking down here? Iron ore. You're full. What are you built with? Mark 4 belts. A lot of wire down here, I guess. This is where we make motors. I don't remember, like, how much are we supposed to be making here? So you're stalled because you can't get your steel out. Steel is trying to go down and make steel pipe, I assume. Here. This one's the line that's full. Okay, and we've arrived. Steel pipe is full. On my latest belt, but was it built with 5 in mind? I don't know. Give me a minute. Where's the steel trying to go? Steel is trying to go this way. This is what fix my factory would basically be. It'd be me just following belts and seeing where things are going wrong. So that belt's completely backed up. I'll read that in just 1 second. Ugh. Right, and if I recall correctly, I left signs on these. Yeah, over there. So this is just a regular splitter going into that group first. It continues down to another group. 85 God, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello from Brisbane. From while we wait for Cyclone to hit, stay safe. Glad you decided to continue the 8th playthrough. Congrats on beating the game. Thanks, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I hope you stay safe. I haven't heard anything about that. My cousin, I'll be honest, she lives in Australia as of 2 years ago. No idea even where. I think it's Melbourne, but I actually don't know. That's my only connection to Australia though. Yeah, this will have to be fixed at some other time, or like just figured out, because obviously I mean, is there even awesome? There is an awesome sink here. How many tickets we got? Hey, not bad. Not bad. Can't build that. Missing screws. There's got to be containers somewhere. Damn it. That I just don't know where they would be. I know there's some up by the turbo fuel area. Anyway, it was a bit of a distraction. I just needed to pick up wire, so we'll just go get that. I mean, it's good to have some anyway, but it is building up now in the background. Oh, there we go, some containers. Just a little bit. Looks like I was decluttering the area. Hey, there we go, we got some bits. Concrete, a rebar gun, some ammo. I suppose as well, if I load it up in Satisfactory Calculator, I could just see where anything is, like, that's been left over like that. Go get it all. I wonder, do I drop wire here? Or does it just transfer over, like as a delivery? No, because I guess we don't pick it up in a truck station. I don't know. Alright, let's pick up that wire and then get out of here. Container under the road where you got your last... Oh, that's full of concrete. Yeah, I know about those ones. Yeah, that's a good spot though, because I flew through it pretty quickly, but there should be like 10 containers down there all full of concrete. There's this one, which has circuit boards, or not circuit boards, high-speed connectors, crystal oscillators, and then supercomputers, weirdly. And then, yeah, just to check that one, that's actually further than I thought. I do need to just get that wire, otherwise I'll just forget. Actually looks cool. In there. I think most of your containers were near the base of the copper Caterium factory. I deleted all those, I think, as well. We can check both those locations just to be sure, though. Alright. Weird sending the ingots out to just be made into what I think is just more wire. Anyway, there's been a reason for it. What does this say? Cable. Oh, super helpful. Wire. Great. Alright, nice. Well, we filled this up pretty nicely, so that's good. Alright, let's finally get back out of here. AI limiters. Might take some of those with me, unless I have a bunch already. I've got a couple hundred. We're okay then. Concert also needs a depot. The concrete. Yeah, good point on the concrete, actually. I don't think I have concrete production. Limestone extraction. Limestone extraction. Extraction sites usually are driven to somewhere. They might go to the petroleum coke factory, which makes encased industrial beams, I think. Can't quite remember. This is the thing that's really unusual. Like, I'm so certain when I built this place everything was running fine, but now loading it, loads of the machines are just backed up. It's like consumption rates or something are lower. But I know they're probably not. I just wonder why that's the case. Alright, I thought there was a doorway over there, but apparently not. And this is yeah, that needs to be moved. Okay. Jobs. There's jobs everywhere, man. Right, so on the way out, we'll just hop underneath, see if the chests that were down there are still there. I mean, I could put a dimensional depot on those containers, yeah, I suppose. Something about them not being infinite bugs me. Yeah, so the containers that were here, they're gone. Okay, good to know. Alright, let's do the concrete then. That'll be easy. So I've got 3 depots left. See, they're not hooked up together, these things. Those ones are empty. They're all... So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Where was this all made, though? Picking up limestone. Yeah, see, the way you should probably do this is have them be reversed. Okay, I'll try, while I'm here, I'll just try to do it right, at least make use of what we've got. Okay. So, this one can go here, face this way. That's draining, so I'll have to rotate these ones. All right. No, sorry, that's facing the wrong way. This one needs to be rotated that way. It might have been the way it was, and then yeah, this will have its belts on this side, right? So you just keep doing that. Cool. Alright, so this needs to be rotated now. Okay. Oh. So that's out, so this needs to go in. I can stay out. And then at the very end, it can go into a depot. And that way, we've done it. We've at least got things running for a little while. The ones that fall up there, I'll just leave that one. Actually, that could come down. Alright, so the transfer is beginning. And then, so that's all full now. Now we can put a depot on this one. I'm missing... Oh, yeah. I was going to be like, what? Cool. Alright, concrete is plugged in. Alright, that was from the fine concrete plant. There's a fine concrete plant? Don't remember it. We could follow where the limestone's going. I have no idea where it gets driven to. Few ideas I've been sharing with a friend who plays this game loads. Androids, T78 has been within range of a battery pack, has no inventory. Base movement speed, only uses items from the dimensional depot connected to a terminal, and you can jump into them from the hub. If you jump into different factories later in the game. I don't really get it. So you unlock an android, let's say at tier 7 and 8. They need to be within range of a battery pack or power of some sort. They don't have an inventory. And they can only use items from your dimensional depot. What do they do, though? Hey, Vince. So bad at this. I beat this game yesterday, thank you, after 1,900 hours. Beat that record. This is the first time I actually ever beat it. I thought some rates changed. Some rates did change, but I don't know. I fully, you know. So what we've done today, just for those who've joined, we've loaded an older save from before the 1.0 update came out. From Update 8. So Update 8 went into Update 1.0. And some of the rates are different. So far, it's in the good direction, though, not where we're running short. But we've actually got too much. So that's fine by me. But, you know, eventually you'd like to get everything balanced again. Saves you jump into different factories later in the game. But what do they do? Oh, it's just for you to teleport into them, is it? Remote log into an android who can construct or modify machines? Fair enough. You do have, at tier 9, literal teleporters that you can just teleport to different factories. So it might be a bit redundant that way. I thought you were saying they're more like drones where they could do simple tasks for you so you don't have to go there. This is not the big shell save. That was update 7. So I've had 3 campaigns ever, really. Or 4. We won't count the very first one I ever played. My update 7 playthrough was the one where I was doing big shell. Then update 8 came out with Unreal 5, and I was like, sweet, we'll play this. It was in beta for a while, and it actually is, in my opinion, the reason that update 7 stopped for me is it stopped getting views. And when I tried to go to update 8, my PC just couldn't run it. Couldn't run it at all. Now obviously I can run it fine, but I was one of the 1% of people that just had compatibility issues where it just new save or not, didn't matter. It just didn't work. And it wasn't until update 8 actually fully came out that it worked. So sort of killed that series for me, but not that I'd blame them or anything, it's fine. But it did halt the momentum of that one. Anyways, update 8 came out then, and I decided, like, in that world, this world then, I started a new series, it's this world, 300 hours into this world, and the idea was I'm going to build factories that are built to last, instead of having to go back and redo things, because I was worried that in my YouTube series of Update 7, it seemed like when I built an iron factory, it got good views, but when I had to build a new one, it got less. So I was like, okay, let's try and do everything in one go. We'll build big from the beginning with the best belt speed in mind. This had the opposite problem, though, where it would take too long to get anything done, especially since I was trying to build it early on. So I was building a giant copper Caterium facility, and that factory took, like, I don't know, what was it, 5 videos or something in total? And it was cool and everything, but it was just like, yeah, I think that was a bit too slow for a lot of people. Plus, anyone that was actually trying to play along found themselves saying, like, why would I build this now? That's a good point, because later on you get better blueprints, you get better gear to fly around and stuff, so it's like, yeah, this probably didn't need to happen now. To that extreme. So in my new series, the 1.0 series, I'm doing things based on meeting somewhere in the middle. It's not the best belt speed, but it's like 1 or 2 belt speeds higher than where you're at. There's reinforced iron plates fixed. I prefer biofuel in the jetpack by far. Turbofuel is great if you want to just go high quickly, but biofuel is way better for traversal. Like 9 out of 10 situations it's better. There's only one situation where turbofuel is better, in my opinion, anyway. And that's if you're trying to go vertical. So, how many do I have left? I've got one depot left. We have reinforced iron plates. We have regular iron plates. Keyboard battery is low. I just charged it. That long ago. Yeah. I'm just wondering what else should I plug into? Rods, maybe? Iron rods? You build with. Yeah, I guess assemblers, we need rotors, so I guess rotors will be the next thing for me then. Same thing here. Block my little pathway in or whatever, but oh well. Cool. Alright. Too bad. You shouldn't be out there anyway. I do believe that turbo fuel on trucks doubles their range. Is that true? I didn't think that was true. Let's find out. Let's go to trucks, I guess. It's all about burn time. So it's like, it might double the range over regular fuel, if that's what you mean. It burns slower. Now, I'm trying to find that page where it just shows you all the fuel. Fuel? There's one where it just shows you everything. I know fuel generators does, but I thought maybe for trucks it might do the same. Fuel generator. This shows you the energy that's packed into each one and the burn time in a generator. But you should be able to see this for the package variants as well. Somewhere, I just can't remember where. I think drones actually told me. So, if we look at turbo fuel, and you look at the, what is it, millijoules of energy or something like that? It's almost twice, it's more than twice as good as fuel and liquid biofuel. Liquid biofuel I use for trucks. So in theory, yes, if it's the straight burn rate that you're thinking of, then it will burn more than twice as slow. So a truck will go twice as far for the same amount of units. That's true. That makes sense. Let's have a look again at truck and see. Maybe truck station will show me. Or I just scrolled past it too fast. It does say here the fuel types they take in. Leaves, mycelia wood, and I'm assuming they just burn a fuel consumption table. There we go. Right. Actually shows you the tractor and the truck. So the truck is the one we're looking at on the right side. And we say liquid biofuel. It takes 10 seconds to burn one. 10 seconds of driving. Because the truck uses 75 megawatts of power. Interesting. Oh, we've got ads blocking the table. There we go. We're looking at the truck though. So yeah, packaged liquid biofuel, 10 seconds per 1 unit. So you can only drive for what? That can't be right. Oh no, 1,000 seconds before you'd run out. Is that right? How long is that then? $16 minutes? Yeah, that's probably right. For packaged turbo fuel, you get 26 seconds. So you could drive for 43 minutes on a full load. So 16 minutes versus 43 seconds. If we sort this, what's the best one? Plutonium fuel rods, obviously. What's the best one that's reasonable? Batteries, pretty good. For one battery, although I guess it takes a long time to make. So turbofuel is your best packaged fuel. Turbofuel is what we used in all of my drones. They did seem pretty good, and they move faster on turbofuel. Different fuels act differently for drones. I don't think they do for trucks. It's not like the truck drives faster on turbofuel, I don't think. Look at the tractor time. Yeah, so it makes sense. I mean, tractors burn less, but they are slower. Does this have a speed? So 0 to max speed 89 kilometers for a truck. For a tractor, the max speed is 69 kilometers. So remember, going faster doesn't burn more quickly. You burn at a set time rate, as per the table. So, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to work that out, but basically, yeah, like, is it better to be in a truck or a tractor? 69, nice, yeah. With 100 packaged turbo fuel, you can drive at 69 kilometers per minute, or kilometers per hour, for 16 minutes. So there's some math in there you could do, I guess, to figure that out, right? It's like, okay. Oh, sorry, that's a tractor. A truck. A truck. What did we just say? It's 43. You would have 43 minutes of drive time. I could do the math. 43 minutes of drive time. This isn't the right number to look at, I don't think, but it would be at 89 kilometers per hour. So you, that number, I don't know what that number really means, but it's 3,827. Now, let's check a tractor out. A tractor could do 36. I'm dropping the decimals on these, to be fair, but 60. It can drive for 60 minutes straight, and then it can go at 69 kilometers per hour. Oh, it's a higher number, 4140. So in theory, a tractor will go further on fuel, on turbo fuel, than a truck would. There you go. Won't do it as fast, but it will go further. Anyways. It's so tempting. It's like, knowing the math of that, it makes me want to drive a tractor for like 40 minutes around the world or something on one, and then load it just as it gets empty. That'd be fun. Smaller vehicles should be more fuel efficient. Yeah, I guess it is. What else is there? Truck, tractor, explorer. Oh, we're not going to care about that. And then obviously the most fuel efficient is the the one-seater fix-it cart thing. Doesn't burn any fuel. Land train. All right, how are we doing? So we've got our reinforced iron plates. We have our rotors. Concrete's building up. Nice. It works. Just slow AF. So really what I have to do is, in between streams now, over this weekend, I'll go and get some of the sloops and I'll get spheres. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. I'll hook some of these things, the core essentials, up to dimensional depots. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we'll start building new factories in this world. And we'll on the side, we'll sort of troubleshoot. When I'm building a new factory, if it relies on something else, we'll have to go into the original one, check it works, and see, you know, that the rates are all correct and everything. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. What time is it now? I've got an hour. So we've done our core depots before I'd have to go find more. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to build anything today. I do want to just do a little bit more exploration, and maybe just in like 10 minutes or so we'll wrap it up, because I've been really short on time. I know it's not anyone's fault here, it's mine. But I have to do other work with Manor Lords, and I'm really behind in my video. But I'll be prepared next week. This was like an interstitial post-victory stream and preparation prologue stream. If I'd known, I would have gotten those things this morning. I just didn't think about it. Tractors run at 77.53% of a truck speed, while burning fuel at 73.33%. That's why it's more efficient. Yeah, that seems correct. Nice, well figured out. I was trying to do the kilometers per hour, but yeah, that's like it's like the miles per gallon almost kind of thing. Recently started playing Satisfactory. So what is Sloop? So that's something we were just dealing with earlier today. So do I have any on me? No. But I can just show you really quickly. Very quickly. So if you just get a machine like a constructor and you build it, and first off, actually the very first thing is the MAM. So you have your MAM tree. This is like a machine that will allow you to progress different research to unlock new recipes and things to do. In the alien technology category, which I'm just slightly in the way of there, right? In this category, the first thing is finding SAM. So you have to give it 10 SAM, this resource that you find out in the world. You have to find it yourself at first, but when you drop in 10, then you can scan for it and find it yourself and stuff. That refines into reanimated SAM, and that refines into SAM fluctuators if you have steel and wire, steel pipe. Anyways, on the right-hand side of this tree, you have to give 1 summer sloop in. So you might see these around the world. There's about 150 in the world. Pink glowing objects that make a noise when you get close to them. There's another one that's like a deep purple glowing sphere, but these are the other ones, right? That they look like, as you can see in the picture, an S-type shape. Anyway, you grab one of those, you toss it in, and then you can progress down this tree. Then you toss in the fluctuators, which you got from here. Right, you add in 10. Then you can progress down further, and then here, you get something called production amplifier. This costs another summer sloop. Right, so you'll need to find at least 2. And then you can unlock this once you get circuit boards. Now, why is this interesting or important? It's great because it basically duplicates anything you want to make. So let's say you want to make screws. This would be crazy to do. It's because it's too... Let's choose something that's not crazy. Let's say you wanted to make biofuel, right? Solid biofuel. And you have biomass. You're putting in 8 biomass and you're getting 4 biofuel out. If you throw a summer sloop, I don't have one right now, but you pop it in down here, it'll just double the output of what the machine makes without requiring anything else from the input. However, it will increase the power consumption considerably by about 3.5 times or something like that. So it's great. It's just a way of saying like, man, I'd really like to get more out of a machine without putting more into it. It's kind of like a quick hack cheat way to do it. You pay the power price, I suppose, but otherwise you double what you put in, or what you'd get out, I guess you should say. So where this really comes in handy is, you know, you find these slugs in the world, that we have 2 of them at the moment, and they turn into power shards. But if you put them in a constructor, that machine we just had, and you double their output, instead of just getting 1 power shard for a blue slug, you'll get 2. Instead of getting 2 for this one, you'll get 4. And instead of getting 5 for a purple, you'll get 10. Things like that. So it's really, really great having them. Oh, nice, Martin. Yeah, it was good fun. I really liked it. I really enjoyed the end. So the end mark of the previous stream is at the 6-hour mark. And then I played for another hour or so, just messing about, basically, getting achievements. Yeah, I put up a video. So I just do Let's Plays at the moment. And in my Satisfactory Desert series, one of the episodes was called, like, don't build anything until you do this. And it was find summer sloops, level up, progress through that tree, I should say. And yeah, then you can double your production of everything. Because why build anything until you get that ready? Because you just get so much more out of it. I was just curious in this area if I made black powder here, but it doesn't seem so. Shh, it doesn't know. No worries, no problem. Alright, yeah, so I don't see black powder production. So black powder production. We need sulfur and coal. We could maybe do this quickly. I'd like to do a little bit of building. So sulfur and coal. We use all the coal here already. There is sulfur just over to the west. Coal to the east. There's sulfur and coal right over here. That's pretty close. They're both pure. One's up a bit higher than the other. I think that's where I've done black powder before. Is there a nicer area for that though, maybe? There's coal there and sulfur there, impure. Do I do anything in the world in that location? Oh yeah, sulfur extraction offline. We did previously use it. And the coal, I think, is used for the steel foundry. But it's hooked up to a road, so we can drive it somewhere. I remember now. Can't remember why I cut it offline, but there must have been a reason. Troubleshooting is half the fun of this game. Yeah, totally. I really feel like those should react once you start to hit them. Yeah, I agree. Once I learned that they don't, now you can jetpack over to them holding crouch and they don't notice you and you're just like bop, 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 bop. If you shoot them from a distance, they do wake up. I'm thinking of doing the one by the swamp because isn't there oil up there? There's an oil resource well node. So you could mix that to get your... I don't have resource well extractions at the moment, do I? No. So I was thinking you can mix it with the oil to get the smokeless powder. You use smokeless powder then to get the other things you need. It'd be cool to have some stuff like that. Sorry, the music just changed over to Blade Runner. Can't use that. Oh, really? You can shoot them if you're crouching, they don't? Also, it's clearly just like a... Yeah, it must be a piece of code that just does a check to see if you're crouching, basically, then. That's funny. A bit more basic than I thought it was. Yeah, sorry, this one was a bit unfocused today compared to the previous streams. We've always had like lots to do and a big goal in mind. It's been fun though looking over this world. I'm glad to see it's pretty much just running fine, right? It's like a few things not running as they should be, but nothing's stopped or broken down. And I think it's because of how the game handles loading old saves. It just kind of keeps everything going, which is nice. Gives us time to fix things. But yeah, that's the sulfur mine over there connected to a truck station that we used to deliver somewhere. The coal... Yeah, the coal is obviously picked up in there. Top left of that place, and that makes steel. That steel plant, though, it's really low volume, and it's not in use anymore. It used to be for the parts factory. Like, no trucks visit it anymore. There's nothing to get and go anywhere. I don't think. Don't think so. So it could be a good project to redevelop this place into a weapons factory. Because it has the sulfur next to it, it has the coal baked in. Clear out the machines. Could even leave the structure mostly in place. There's limestone beneath. That might be a good candidate for, yeah, trying to make some sort of weapons. What do we need for rifle ammo? It's like copper sheet, I think. Copper sheet and then the smokeless powder. Oh yeah, so the smokeless powder though would be the problem. It's like, okay, you can get black powder, but we need heavy oil residue. I just don't know where I would get that. Or where I can build it into a factory. I'll have to think about it. Yeah, you need to reserve a little bit of oil for ammo, even as the byproduct, right? It's like heavy oil from plastic that we looked at earlier. That could be used, you know? Yeah, I'm just gonna head out to the milestone thing now, see what other milestones we can get done right away. Just do it from here. Go through this way. Yeah, it's weird. Even those seem like they're stopping for some reason. Could you package it up and move it via truck to a weapons factory? You could do that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking in my head like, okay, there's no oil around there, but the sulfur and coal are there. Either we'll bring the sulfur and coal somewhere, or we'll bring the oil that way. So you could package it in a packager using plastic, or using iron and copper maybe. Copper sheets would need to kind of move there anyway. Or you could even do a train that just takes the fluid directly and unloads it, you know, if you want to get big with it. Railway signaling is now separate. So, I don't know if I've got computers. We can maybe try and make some quickly. Oh, I do make computers, for sure. We must do. Because I make supercomputers and adaptive control units. And that's my only recipe. So we could go over to that factory again, pick up the computers, pick up some heavy modular frames. To see what else I need. Heavy modular frames, so 100, 100, 400, 1500. Rubber I actually have for that one as well, I think. Just flip to it now. Got the rubber, the concrete can go in. Alright, cool, we could do these 2 milestones, just get them done. That'll be tier 6 complete, easy. Then we're on to doing aluminum as well in the future. And then the coveted Mark V, where we can bring our copper Caterium factory up to full speed. But I would say, looking at this world and going around it, what we need to do is, I'd like to do weapons, I'd like to do a SAM facility, and I'd like to do new power. Then we'll be set to build new factories and work towards the phase 4 of the space elevator. And in the meantime, I'll get all the summer sloops and all that stuff. I think that's our path forward. I got rid of my steel pipe. Damn. Damn. I can't drive. Oh, could we drive a truck or something? Yeah, hard drive. I'll probably plug my save into Satisfactory calculator and just see which hard drives are empty and which we've gotten, because actually I did mark them. The ones that we've gotten are marked, but there's I think a few new ones in the game, if I recall correctly, so like locations. In the next update we'll be able to delete those sites as well. I wonder what else they've got in store. You know, 1.1, they've been awfully quiet about it, I feel. They showed that one tease so far. I'm not expecting huge things. But we got the tease showing that there's going to be straight pipes, and there's going to be removing hard drive sites. There's going to be junctions for hypertubes, so you can choose to go left or right somehow. Yeah, I wonder what else we'll get. Yeah, I could use all the uranium in the world. That's what Kibitz is doing at the moment, is it? I'd be down to do that. I would naturally want to do that anyway, just because there's only like 3 or 4 nodes in total, I think. It seems like quite doable. Yeah, share an idea, absolutely. Just don't be mad if I don't take to it. Is nuclear power plants kind of wild? I'll have to have a look. We should do that on stream even sometime. I don't mind having a look at it. I saw like a bit of one video where it was like, oh, we're doing like the control. I think it was like where we make control rods or something, or he was building like the core or something like that. I think 2,250 uranium or so in the world. Mark III, out of its mind. Built on a big. I would do so just out of your. Yeah, I'm not sure how you do it, but I would do it where he loads up on a train. We bring a train into a part of the facility that's separate, that's kept. You want to keep the radioactive as separate as you can from areas that you walk around. So it's almost like, and with thick concrete walls, that's how I would do it. Anyway, I wouldn't make it look all futuristic. I'd probably try to make it look industrialist. To an extent. I'd have to work it all out though, you know, and then try to process all the waste and everything. It'd be interesting, yeah. What was the idea? Another idea for streams is starting a new world, but this time trying to make a factory for every component. That way you see you do more logistics for every component. I'm not like super against the idea, but I just don't really see the benefit of making a factory for every component or the interest in doing that. It seems a bit strange. But like, why even want to do that? I could see the argument for being like building really big facilities where it's like, okay, take all the iron and smelt it in one place, you know? Something crazy like that. But making a factory for all the individuals, so it wouldn't, I just feel like it would be time consuming, but not that interesting. It'd be just like, okay, we'll make all these little factories, but it's all just connected by a big road, you know? Pretty simple. What did I come here for? It was for computers. I'm not against the idea though. I wouldn't shut it down completely. But I like the idea of continuing this world. But if people weren't into it, or if the response wasn't that good on stream numbers and stuff, then maybe I would change it to something else. And if it still wasn't good, then I don't know what I'd do. Do something else entirely, I guess, for a living. Or just start playing other games. Computers. So I think computers are made here. No, we need 50 of those though, don't we? They're just all rolling into an awesome sink. I don't know why past Darren didn't set these things up to go into containers and then overflow. Oh, it is overflowing. But it just doesn't go into a container. I see. What did I need? 50, I think? Oh, I need 100. It's up there on the screen. I'll just go upstairs then and get them. Take them out of whatever machine's using it. Again, classic Darren factory. The only way upstairs is all the way down there. But I did build a hypertube at least to get down there. Yeah, so they reached out to me about Kaiserpunk months ago. And I just didn't respond. I've been too busy. The unfortunate thing is... Look, the unfortunate thing is I would love to play loads of different games. When I do that, the views are much less. When I decided to stick with one game, they're pretty good for a long time. They are starting to get less now, though. But, you know, I did 4 or 5 years. I hate, you know, going over this, but, like, did 4 or 5 years where I was playing different stuff all the time. It was whatever was new. Indie, big, didn't matter, but it was always strategy, city builder, that kind of thing. Kaiserpunk looks cool, but I just have a feeling that I don't see many people talking about it. So I'm less willing to try it out. If I saw lots of people very hyped, maybe I would go in on the hype. I always see people say like, oh, but you could start the trend. It's like, I don't think I'd be the one starting anything. I'm not that big of a channel. Like the last, people think because I have 150,000 subs, oh, you're a big YouTuber. But it's like I get about 10,000 views per video. Or maybe 20. It's like, I'm not scoffing at those numbers, but I'm not nearly as big as some people want to make out. Like people compare me to on Kivitz, and it's like, well, Kivitz gets like, you know, like 300,000 on a video. Literally like more than 10 times bigger than me. He's a much more active and engaged audience. The people that subscribe to him are there for him and what he does. People that subscribe to me are there for the game often, and when I switch game, I typically lose those people. Or at least the majority. So, yeah. That's the difference between being someone who's laid back, chill, aka boring, and someone who's got their personality out at the forefront and he's more engaging and energetic, you know? To an extent. I came here for computers. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. So, I don't know. I'd be maybe inclined to, but like even when I just did that stream, I know it was a stream, it's not the same as a video, but I streamed on Friday, the Next Fest, and it was like, cool, we're going to play like new games, new demos, and things like that. I thought people would be quite interested in that. And it performed like what? I had like maybe 100 viewers. Normally we were getting about 400 on the Satisfactory stream, so I don't really have the encouragement, unfortunately. And I'm not pressuring anyone to, it's no one's fault. It's just you go where the people are interested and you do what they're interested in. But yeah, people weren't that interested in seeing that kind of thing from me, so it'd be hard to convince them that I should devote some time to learning Kaiserpunk, playing it for, you know, 8 hours, learning it, understanding it, then make a video on it, spend a couple days doing that. At least for me, it would take a couple days. to do a decent one. Could just sit down and literally just live record it, right? But I just feel like that wouldn't be very good. There's the computer line, by the way, I've been looking for. That's the overflow. Again, not going into any kind of container for me to grab. We could take some from these machines for a while. To be honest, just steal from these guys. This is what we need. Anyway, I just hope that kind of gives you my reasoning. It's like, I'd love to. I would love to. That'd be the dream. I love playing Satisfactory, don't get me wrong. Genuinely. I wouldn't play it if I didn't. Because even games that I've had view very well, if I don't like them, I just stop playing them. So, but I would love to be able to be like, oh yeah, today we're going to play Roadcraft, and we'll like hang out and play that, and we could do videos on that, or Kaiserpunk, or whatever, and put that on the City Builder channel even. But it seems to always come at the expense of like other stuff, so. It is what it is. I'm in a meeting right now. You should pay attention to the meeting. It is Factorio music, yeah. I love that stream. So did I. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. I mean, I probably should have played the demos beforehand because I really wasn't prepared for like I was learning on the stream how to play things, which is never really a great feeling. Oh, concrete's the other thing I need. Hop down and get that. Yeah, that's true actually, Greg. We might be able to find enough Alclad just to get the next milestones going, based on where I find hard drives. Yep. I'll have quite a few days, so over the weekend I'll probably just jump into this world, go on a collectathon, pop a podcast on, just run around, grab things. I think I just tried to make the area look busy. And yeah, maybe we'll find then what we kind of need. Certainly that kind of stuff is out there. Oh yeah, I don't have the cloud uploader thing yet. That. Alright, just advance these milestones, then I might have to wrap up actually. I'm gonna go to get some dinner. But Wednesday will be good. We'll have a plan. And a theme. I'll decide what we're doing. Give the episode a proper name. It's like, we're doing this thing. I'm annoyed that I threw away my steel pipe. Bob Norbas. Thank you so much for the super chat, no message. But thank you. In my native currency. Or at least my, where I grew up. Well, I say I grew up in Ireland and then we had pound. But, you know, now Ireland is euro. Yeah, I deleted the space elevator and then just didn't build it again. I just didn't really feel like I don't like having it there when there's no need to have it. I do if you have a nice spot for it and make it more permanent. Maybe that's something we could do as well. I always said in this video series, I was like, oh yeah, we'll choose a place after this then that's more permanent and we'll feed it. I never did. Alright, Mark II blueprints. Ready. Let's do the other one first. Railway signaling. I need copper sheet. Well, it's gonna take a while to build that up, but oh well. We'll do this one then. It's so weird that you can build trains. Well, not that weird, without signals. I guess it just means, yeah, monorail, like literally one track back and forth. But you need these if you want to have multiple trains, so gotta get that. Need steel pipe and copper sheet. And for this, we need... Again, I could actually probably do this. We just need computers, motors, rubber. Yeah, we've got all this. Need to make that run again. How long? 10 minutes. Alright, let's do it. Let's get so distracted, but it's like, yeah, let's just do all these. Why not? I have all this stuff. Let me leave a container down here. Just take what I need and fill up on the stuff that, yeah, we can get some milestones done with. So, tier 6 railway signaling. We've already fed, okay, so I need 1,000 copper sheet. let's just say 500 steel pipe, just to have it. And we have the computers already. For the next thing, that one should be quick, I feel like, time-wise. Bauxite refinement. 100 heavy modular frames. 100 computers. 250 motors. And 500 rubber. Hover pack is what I wanted for the Alclad stuff. Yeah, we don't have that yet, but that would be great. That's what Greg was saying. And then logistics is Alclad plus these other two. So again, if I found like 300 Alclad, it'd be great. Oh, I suppose you need Alclad to build the actual things, but yeah. Any chance you'll play Foundry game? I did it in a video. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, no plans to play it at the moment. I plan on just sticking with this for a while, honestly. Anytime I play anything else, less people view it. So it's just the way it is. Like I said, I'd love to play more variety of things, but I gotta go where the people are. Any chance you can show how to get the... Yeah. This thing. Well, you can just... So first of all, my saves are available. You can download them. You can also use my blueprints. So you can load up any blueprint and see how I did it. But there's an outer corner extension and an inner corner extension. So that gives you that feeling of a kind of a rounded turn, even though we are using, obviously, square, rectangular blueprints. But that's it. It's just an outer corner extension. You get it in the awesome shop. Put that as asphalt and then use the inner corner extension. Put that as concrete, and then you get the kind of rounded effect. Where you lose out is you can't put a pattern on it, if you care about that. Now, later I redesigned my roads to be simpler and just be asphalt from wall to wall, and give more space, for trucks especially. Not that it matters, you can drive over the concrete if you want, right? But this was a nice little, like, from afar, it looks kind of good, a bit more natural, but yeah. No, it wasn't a trick. It's just using the in-game components. I don't like tricks where you clip stuff and stuff like that. Like, I don't mind people doing it. It's all fine, but it's the reason I don't do actual curved roads. I know how to do them. You know, you get this and you just like have to tilt, and then you go out you go out to like a pretty far distance, and then you do that several times. And using road barriers, you can kind of patch in the gaps, and then and asphalt will kind of blend together where you don't really notice it, but it is flickering. It's flickering hard. You just don't see it as much. But I just can't stand it, because if you actually look at it, you know what's happening. So it's just a me thing, but from afar, nobody cares, and everyone, you know, other people do it. It's all good. My own OCD problems. I just never want people to think like I'm ever judging. I feel like I come across like so judgy sometimes. Oh, I don't use hypertube cannons. It's like, yeah, I just don't like them, but I don't care if other people do. I encourage them to. Right, so yeah, let's just leave some stuff here that I don't want on me right now. So I have room to pick up some of this stuff. Especially some of this crap. Just get that out of here. Send that to the biofuel factory later. And these as well. Things full. So I'll just take this back. And that in. Back. Right, so 100 heavy modular frames. We got that. 1,000 copper sheet. Building up all the time, but we could just go make a run for it. Steel pipe. So the steel pipe I definitely need to get. Computers and motors. Alright, so one direction I'll just have to go out this way. Get that steel pipe. Then we can drive in the Explorer. We'll just head on over to the other factory one last time. Pick up that stuff. Which is it has everything there, right? The copper sheet, the computers, the motors, the heavy modular frames. It's all there. Drive back with that. And then we can get the next couple of milestones done. We've got 4 minutes on the clock. Get there before the timer runs out. A personal protective factory could also build inhalers. Yeah, so like a weapons factory. See, the weapons factory I feel like should be slooped, but I guess it doesn't have to be, actually. And then, yeah, you build your gas filters there. You build your iodine-infused filters for the gas. Be good to have all that in like one nice storage. You could have that near the space elevator as well. It's like your own local area. That'd be kind of nice. Okay. Do I need anything else? Don't need steel or encased. We're good. Alright, let's go. Can't automate inhalers. Yeah, it's a shame. I really wish you could do that. I hope they add a recipe where you can. Or a machine. Like, just make them in a manufacturer, right? Like, why not? You can't automate the stuff that goes in anyway. But why not let me automate the product after I've gotten the stuff already? It almost feels like it's been forgotten. But maybe not. Maybe there's an actual reason. They thought, we don't want to do that. Today's stream has just been me driving back and forth to this factory. Learning where things are. I'll clean up the Milestone documents as well, so that way I can read these places a bit better. Look at that, not a problem. Not a problem on any of them. So good. So, copper sheet, rubber. Oh, the rubber I don't really have actually. Rubber might get dropped into this factory. If we make computers here, I feel like you use rubber and plastic. That'd be a hell of a journey if it comes from all the way over in Blue Crater, because I don't think I do oil production anywhere else. Import 1 to 5 or 1 to 8, export 1 to 5. There we go. Rubber is here. 2 trucks do it. From the Coke factory. Oh. Interesting. Alright, that should be the 500 we need. Computers, motors. Go get them. What does the Coke factory do? I didn't remember that it did anything to do with oil. I guess it makes sense. It's petroleum coke. It's named based on what goes in, not what comes out of the factory, which is confusing me. Like, I don't remember then, because of that, what it does. So we make 19 smart plating per minute. I guess I didn't hook up the motor. Oh, the motors are downstairs, so yeah. Don't they come upstairs into this area? They do. There they are there. How many do we need? 250. I'm just stealing from these machines. These are just making space elevator parts that just make tickets right now, so who cares if they go offline for a bit. And we overproduce motors anyway, so that's 200, 250. Take some more for good measure. Yeah, let's go over to that petroleum coke factory. I'm just curious what the recipes are. I know there's a bunch of foundries who make steel and stuff in there. Yeah, it's called coke because it was red. No. Yeah, it uses petroleum coke, but we painted it red because of the word coke. Plastic, rubber, encased industrial beams. What's that? There. Steel pipe and then the way out. Well, that tells me what it does then, basically. Yeah. The recipe, the coke steel ingot. And the iron comes in from that train. I remember. Okay, so I'm still missing the computers. I think that's the last thing then. So 100 computers, about 50. Have the motors, the heavy modular frames, steel pipe and the rubber. We've got everything. And the timer ran out, so let's go. Oh, the copper sheet. Yeah, thanks. Both of these guys just collapsed past the fence. That's fine. They'll figure it out. So the computers are upstairs, aren't they? Yeah. Alright, we'll have to just drive down, go upstairs. I need to add in a staircase on one side of these. I wonder if those machines got any faster. Probably not, right? Yeah. Because we saw that their belt's not good enough yet. Alright, that should be enough, and then just the copper sheet. A 1,500 silica in surplus, that's good. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember I was trying to balance the limestone that came in here for a long time, but I think it works now. I only vaguely remember what was wrong with it. Sorry. No, this isn't the Metal Gear Solid project. That's a different save file. Yeah, I'm not going back to that. That was in my Update 7 playthrough. So that's a really long time ago. It was just before Update 8 came out. That's when that would have stopped. Right, so copper sheet. I need thousands. This comes from that container. Actually, I'll just grab it out of there. Railway, question mark? What about the railway? There's no railway in this world. Not yet. Imagine finishing Big Shell though. No, it's hell to build in there because it's built at angles. Nothing snaps to the grid. You have to like realign everything all the time. I don't want to do it. It was such a bad idea. I don't know how people do that. You know, there's this creator, we've talked about them before. I think they're Korean, and they post like these crazy builds that are all circular and stuff. But to place machines on those things, they have to be. I think they use mods. I mean, you can see that they use time lapse and they're like flying around and stuff. But still, even still, the way they get things lined up is like extremely impressive, given that their foundations are all misaligned. And I really struggled with that. I was trying to line up refineries, but they meet, because everything was hexagonal shaped, like they meet these halfway through the room, or every quarter through the room, you sort of, or every sixth, you meet a sort of separate line, so that it's really difficult to get your machines to line up in there. And then it ran really badly, because all the walls were made out of 1 meter walls, and they went up like 100 meters or something, so it like runs unbelievably poorly. Because if you build metal walls in just 1 meter, it's a real nice smooth finish to it. And I was like, yeah, that's it. That's what it looks perfect. Then every now and then we could do the normal wall. And that would look really nice. Like there's like panels and stuff. And I blueprinted it, so I was just slamming down walls left, right, and center. But then the frame rate just starts to tank. And then you could do this thing where you look down and you look up, and it like all like staggers and loads in. It's like, oh my god. So yeah, not going back there. But when am I going to build a railway? I don't know. When I need to, I guess. When I have a factory that demands it, that needs a high volume of something. We're literally just about to get railway signaling, so... Honk. Now we can. How long do we have? 5 minutes, we'll just get the next milestone, then we'll probably call it there for a while. Because then we'll need to make aluminum. For the aluminum factory, it'll probably be good to make a rail line. Bring in all the bauxite and the quartz. Knowing me though, I'd probably complicate it. I'd probably drive the bauxite down with roads into a nice big railway station, then carry the bauxite into a factory somewhere. I didn't get 100% achievement. We could load into the other save actually just for a moment and have a look at how many tickets are there. I think it's 660. So I need 360 tickets or 340 tickets. And it's not going to happen anytime soon. Probably ever, to be honest. Because it's so slow. Like, I could have got the achievement if I just clicked that statue. But I was like, no, we'll buy all the other ones first. But that does mean that that world would have to run for probably like 100 more hours. Probably. Until I get it. And I was killing animals this morning thinking like, okay, let's see how much it goes up. Like, after I kill like... I don't know. I went to the swamp, killed a bunch. Threw all the tickets in, or the DNA points in. And slooped it before I did that. And it still was like... 4 tickets. And I was like, dude, I spent 20 minutes doing that. Because I think each DNA capsule is like 1,000 points, and we're up to like 60,000 points needed for a ticket. But you need 60 DNA capsules for 1 ticket. So it's like, okay. Not that bad, but it's like you do have to do that manually every time. So I went to the swamp to go kill animals that were like... They drop multiple things, you know? I was going into caves where there's loads of spiders. You can pick up a lot from them. And I actually made turbo ammo. I did all that this morning. I was just playing around trying to get the tickets to go up faster. I slooped the ballistic warp drive because I saw they're each worth 2 million points. So I decided to make sure we make double those. And there's 14 ballistic warp drives stuck in the space elevator. I'm kind of afraid to delete the space elevator though. They were just, if you remember, the credits are rolling. They just kept going in, and you can't access them or pull them out. But that would be worth like 30 million points. One ticket actually. It's about 1 and a bit ticket. I'm just waiting for this 2 minutes 20 to go. Do this. I'll save it and we'll call it there for this save anyway. You already beat the game on that world. Could you sloop things that are dumping into sinks? Well, never mind. Yeah, I already am. I could go find even more sloops. That'd probably be the fastest way to get more tickets, would be just to keep finding sloops, keep throwing them to machines that make the highest value item tickets. So it's all the space elevator parts. I think people were saying like the AI expansion servers can be worth a decent amount. There's actually, you can actually look at it online. What's worth the most? Oh no, awesome thing. So this is how many points everything is worth. Move it here. On the left, right? So the ballistic warp drive is worth 2.8 million. We need about 30 million every time we do these things. Interesting, the thermal propulsion rockets are worth less. Maybe I'll turn them on. Or worth more than the expansion servers. But yeah, you'd want to basically sloop these, right? Someone was saying do the biochemical sculptures. That's what they're saying. Hover packs. Oddly worth a lot. Why is that? Can you automate them? No. Oh well. Yeah, weird. You get a lot for it. 260,000 points. I guess if that's good to know. If you find a hover pack out in the wild, which maybe doesn't happen, throw it in early and you get a lot out. But anyway, yeah, so I think one of the most reasonable things you could do is go into my world with sloops and try to sloop everything that all of these, because they're all just rolling into awesome things now. I also got all the plutonium fuel rods I had and threw them in as well, because I had almost a full container of them. Did I fix the turbo fuel factory? No. You think one of the nodes was removed up there? Oh, right. I didn't look into it, actually. There's supposed to be a node there. Yeah, because I think you were there earlier and you said check the sulfur or something, but I thought you were just talking about in the machines. I looked in the machines and they were okay. All the turbo fuel was running fine, and the compact coal was actually getting backed up. So these are the two nodes that we use for sulfur. And in the future, with better belts, we actually only need one and better miner. So if one is redundant, that's okay. So yeah, that could be something we do next time I build it. So the turbo fuel factory needs to have less generators. It's got too many, but it runs fine. But when we delete them, we won't be able to put them back. Really nice that the game does that, the way it kind of keeps the information from before. But in theory, it's not running as it should. Like numbers-wise, but it actually does run how it did. There we go. Anyway, long story short, on Wednesday, I'll decide exactly what we're going to do, and I'll have a plan in mind, and we'll just get building. I'll have all the sloops, all the spheres, anything that we need, hard drives, all that stuff. And then we'll just start building out a new factory somewhere. That's what we'll do on Wednesday. My streams are Wednesdays and Thursdays, by the way. So at the moment, we're actually just about to wrap up Fox, and this was a weird one. So until yesterday, it was all... So since September, I've been streaming this game all in one world, and we just beat the game yesterday. Today, I've loaded up an older world from Update 8, where we have these nicer looking factories and a better foundation to move forward at a higher volume. So people were like, you should load that up on a stream and continue this world and do the things that you didn't do in the other world, like make rocket fuel, maybe try to a bigger nuclear power plant, that sort of thing. So that's what I want to do going forward. I'm excited by that. I think that'd be fun. But it turns out today, it took longer than I thought. We had to go around finding spheres. I had to get Sam up and running. Nothing was in my inventory. Like we just got all of this together now, and there's more to do. So in just getting the building process up and running, it's so interesting coming back from Update 8 to Update 1.0 and being like, wow, Dimensional Depot, like I have relied on that heavily. Like it is so good because I felt like I couldn't do anything without it today. Except just kind of look over things. So that is stream 1 for this kind of separate world. Probably be in a separate playlist. I feel like this is almost stream 0. Stream 1 will be next week, where we start properly. But I'll load into what we did yesterday. So stream 38, the end, was when I wrapped up yesterday. But then this morning, I played a little bit and got some tickets. So we're at 600 tickets now. Why tickets? Why are we talking about that? It's because the only achievement I'm missing is to get the statue that costs 1,000 tickets. So I've only got 600. Was anything broken by 1.0? So just the turbo fuel factory they've changed how turbo fuel works. So if I get this correct, what people have told me is that basically the recipe for turbo fuel in a generator has, like, they consume more now, but they also put out more power. So we currently have 150 generators, but we actually only need 88. However, when we check them, they say they're consuming 7.5. They used to be consuming 4.5, but nothing is changing. They're just running as they did. So even though it says 7.5, it's actually only doing 4.5, and we could just leave it there. Seems like it doesn't care. But if we do remove it and start putting things down fresh, then it'll be the new recipe. So you could say that everything is working fine, but it's like old data, if you know what I mean. So we could go in there and fix that up. But I feel like we don't need to do that until we actually adjust power. The power would stay the same anyway, either way. We would just make sure the numbers work correctly. But someone else has just said that one of the sulfur nodes isn't even active anymore. Which, if that's true, that's really weird. We must have a miner placed on nothing generating sulfur, which I think is a thing if you just load old saves, you know? So that could be the only thing I can think of that isn't working anymore. Because everywhere else we built, nothing changed landscape-wise, except for the coal plant. There's now a geyser in the middle of that place. Doesn't affect anything, but it is there, and it kind of looks weird. So I'd probably remove that coal plant, build a rocket fuel facility or something instead. That coal plant's redundant anyway. It only makes like 4,000, 6,000 or something megawatts. So yeah, we could remove it. Anyways. Whoa. It was downgraded. Interesting. Just purity changed. Okay. Yeah, so then it probably is running at less. Or just still, again, for now, has the old number. But I wonder how much of it I was even tapping in the first place. Because I think that place was built with Mark III belts in mind, not 4. So maybe with a Mark II miner or Mark III miner, it would be back up to where it was, you know? This is the old world. So, yeah. Do I have sloops? I've got 4 more. So, the ballistic warp drives here. Yeah, we actually overproduce thermal propulsion rockets. So that's the whole line here. So, I could send them into an awesome sink actually just right here. Why not? This might be a better place for them to go in. An awesome sink over there. No, I don't really care. We'll just build one over here. Why not? Super ugly. Let me just at least move this somewhere. Alright. Free tickets. Hells yeah. I always do this where I forget to build a container, because now I can't drop my stuff out. You can't just put stuff on belts. I could run back to these. And let them make their way down. It's the longest, worst way of doing it. Actually, there's a container here, so I'll just throw them in this way. Right. Anyways, to follow that line, though, we can now sloop these, because they're worth a lot, right? They're the second most high-tier item for points. They would have gone into an awesome sink eventually, but now I've made an awesome sink where they go in quicker when they get backed up. Ah, so... So we need 1 per minute. That's all we need. Anyway, I don't know the numbers. We'll just have to throw in sloops into this one. Bring that up to 100%. That'll be 1.2, so that's 1. This needs to go down to 20%. That'll keep the numbers balanced. But it means we are doubling this one. So we're now getting, instead of 1.2, we're getting 2.2. It's a bit better. Per minute. Yeah. You didn't set this. Oh yeah, thank you. Thanks. So now when that machine backs up, they'll go in there. Superposition oscillators already do. They're not worth very much though. I still have my 1 ballistic warp drive. So yeah, we just threw a bunch in. So that gave us 5 tickets. So you need 47 million. Is it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 47 million. Roughly. But let's just call it 50 million per ticket at the moment. It's only going to keep getting more expensive. And average, we're doing about 12 million a minute. A lot of minutes. It's 4 or 5 minutes for 1 ticket at the moment. That's what I was saying, like, and it keeps getting more expensive. So for another 400 tickets, it's another like 100 hours. I feel like, and then we can keep chipping away at the alien remains all the time as well. The only way to do that, or at least I've been doing, is just go into the swamp, kicking ass. Major spoilers for. Oh, I'm sorry. Got him. 4 remains. But yeah, this is what I did this morning, basically. That's okay, just finished the nuclear stream. Oh, spoilers for me? I thought you meant spoilers like kind of for the game. I would have felt pretty bad. You can start another save just for tickets. I'd still need to get 1,000 though. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, I want to do it in this world. So for instance, I could have got the achievement. We spent 500 tickets on getting the other statues first. You don't need to do that, and we knew that. But I was like, it's the right way to do it. It's just the right way to do it. So for me, again, I'm like over designing the game myself or something. I just do that sometimes where I'm like, it's like how I said about diluted fuel. I'm a weirdo because I'm like, it just doesn't feel right to me, so I don't use it. I don't like the idea of you make something in a bottle and then you need to take it out of the bottle to get use of it. It's like, well, that's weird. That doesn't gel with any other recipe in the game. I just don't get it why it's done that way. I know why it's there and everything. I get it, but something about it doesn't feel right. And part of me thinks like you could just get 1,000 tickets and get the last statue, and that would have been easy. We had it. I could have just clicked the button and got it, but I'm like, it's not. It doesn't feel earned. You should have to get the bronze statue, then the silver, and then the golden nut. You know. But it's like, no, you can just get whatever one you want. It's like, well, why would you ever get the other ones then? But there's always just little things like that that bother me. Again, it's a me thing. But I'm like, yeah, to do it right, it's got to be this world, and we got to get 1,000 tickets, because this is the world where I beat the game, and I'm getting all my achievements. That's just it. I could load up, I could just mod it, get 1,000 tickets instantly, and just buy it straight away. It's not about the actual achievement. It's about how we do it. So yeah. For me. I'm looking for those big spiders. I thought they were around here somewhere. The famous last words. I have You're so weird. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's just the way it is. Is it that weird though? You can't make content about it. No, that's not the case at all, dude. You know that. I'm not that kind of YouTuber. That's so funny. As soon as you say that, it's like I'd never even think of that, you know? I said someone recently in the chat, they were like, oh, you should do this. And I was like, you're thinking like a good YouTuber. Like, I would just never even think that way. Maybe back when I first started, but these days I'm just checked out from all that kind of thing. The reason I'm cutting these down first is because I don't want to waste the wood. It all becomes biofuel. We're full up? No, we're not. That's BS, man. You don't get anything from those ones. Operation Clean Up the Swamp. Ah, 2 big trees went down with that. Biofuel only? That'd be funny. Power everything with biofuel. Yeah. If I was designing the achievements in this game, I'd be like, yeah, like you can get the golden nut. That would be the achievement. But you wouldn't be able to unlock it unless you got the other statues. I mean, it just seems like that's how it should be. Oh my god. Jesus. They killed each other. Oh shit. I'm not ready. Not ready. Alright, I'm ready now. Actually, I'm not ready. How time is it? Oh yeah, okay. We have to go in a sec. Yeah, I'm not. Don't bring Jinx. You can bring Jinx on camera, you do your own thing, but I can't pay attention for a sec. Fighting spiders. Die! Oh my god, nearly dead. This is awesome. This is what it's all about. Jesus Christ, like Vietnam. Oh my god. Breathe. I'm good, I'm good. Oh my god. Can't see them in the brush. There are only 2 shots with this thing. He's stuck in the wall. He hit it so hard. He literally went into the cliff edge thing there. I won't be able to get that. Oh well. Well, that was fun. Auto aim. You can auto aim in this game? Didn't even know that. That was so funny. I just saw like a pile of 5 of them in the thing, and then I was like in photo mode, so I didn't have time to get the gun out and everything. How many remains did we get? 10? Kind of doesn't feel worth it for everything we went through there. Oh, there's some here. 22, that's better. Cool. Oh, the homing ammo. Yeah, I love homing ammo. That's my favorite. In fact, I've saved some here. I have high-speed connectors. You just need to make it. The only reason I made turbo ammo was because I never used it before, and we unlocked it at the end of the previous stream. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll make a bunch. But I've got 1,000 rifle ammo now anyway, and we could just sloop it and make it into homing ammo. So yeah, I'll do that. But and it is definitely my favorite I've ever used so far. What other types are there? There's turbo, homing, regular. Are there any other ones for the rifle? Because yeah, I just never seen it, so I was curious. I don't like it. It's like it takes a while to wind up and everything. It's quite powerful, but homing ammo is where it's at. Turbo is best. Turbo feels like it does the most damage. Homing is just, I feel, is the best for firing many shots quickly and letting it do its own thing. It's like turbo ammo is the best if you don't miss any shots, but you will miss shots. Homing is too weak. Homing's weak, but it doesn't miss. So it's a trade-off. How skilled are you, I guess? Yeah, the explosive. People said the explosive rebar is good. I've never used that either. Explosive rebar blows up gas vents. Oh my god, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'll have to wrap up. This has been fun though. But yeah, we could go through to the liquid biofuel factory and throw that in for some tickets. See what we got. It'd be fun to build a nuclear power plant out here. Lots of water anyway. Let the creatures die of radiation. Would that work? It actually might. Creatures die of gas. The ones that are already gassed and irradiated wouldn't, but the other ones might. Anyone knows about that? Oops, sorry. That's your default roam explosive. Yeah, interesting. I think, do I have rebar? Let me just make some rebar. I'm just kind of curious about that. What do you need to make explosive rebar? I won't be able to do it now then, but... Or... Yes, I will. Oh, we do have some. Good. I don't know where I got that, but okay. Make a little bit. I'll just make like 10 or something. Not that much. Just want to fire it. I want to test this theory. Go back to the swamp and just go pop, pop, pop. Oh, sorry. Did you get a blast of dopamine when went into your old world? All the hard work on display? No, not really. It was kind of like, I don't really remember building a lot of it. And that kind of, when I get deep about it, it kind of makes me wonder what I'm doing with my life. It's like, oh, I spent hundreds of hours on this, and I suppose it was done in video form, so it's out there, and it did provide something back to me. But the fact that I can't remember it makes me go, a lot of it kind of scares me a bit, if you want to be honest. Like, often when I do these long streams, like yesterday I streamed 7 hours, and then after the stream I feel like I didn't do anything that day. I'm not saying that that's true. It almost feels like like time went by like that, and then you're back out in the real world and you look around and you're like, wow, the sun's down, it's nighttime. Like, I didn't do anything today other than just like I was in a virtual game world all day talking with people, which is cool. And I love doing it. Obviously it's either that or you're in an office or you're doing some other job, right? So I totally get it. Someone who had a job before, different job. But it's the feeling of just feeling like you've missed the day go by is strange. And then I look back and I'm like, what did I, and suddenly it's like the next week and I'm like, geez, man, this week flew by. And I think it's because I spent so long in a game. So you don't feel like you're in the real world after a certain amount of time. Because also when I'm not streaming, I'm constantly in these games recording and doing other things too. So after a while you start to like be like, wow, I'm in virtual worlds really more than I am in the real world. And you start to be like, oh, I've just missed, I feel like I've no memories. Like, my memories are just in games, and a lot of them blur together because they're so repetitive, or at least if I'm in the same game a lot. So anyway, there you go. Oh, nice. Cool. So I could come in and just remove some of the trees around these, then blow up the pillars by shooting them. Dude, I did not know that. That is so helpful. Swamp juice everywhere. Can I even... Those don't go away. Okay. That's great. I love that. I left you guys alone for an hour and you're going off chasing golden nuts. The virtual world is simulated by the real world. Separation is arbitrary. No, I know, but it's like I remember things in the real world more. I don't remember as much from games. I remember stories in games and things, but in a creative game like this, or in City Skylines or Anno, I'm spending so long doing the actual building thing. I might remember the end result, but you forget the majority of what you're doing. So it feels like time is going by very quickly. Because you've no memory of it. And it's like, oh yeah, because I was in like a... Not because it's a virtual space. It would be the same if you were in a factory packing a bag all day. It's like, well, I don't remember it because I was doing the same thing all day. That's really what I'm getting to. But then there is also a little bit of a feeling of like, yeah, am I in computer too much? Everyone has that, I guess, at this point. Almost everyone. No more enemies out here. Alright, we'll go just sync these tickets, then I really do have to go. We want to go get some dinner tonight. We'll take away, and I don't want it to be closed. It's after 8, so... if I'm nothing, I'm honest, right? To a fault, probably. Where is that portal? That's all the way over there. Dude, I spent 10 hours a day at my desk 90% of the time in office. I feel ya. Yeah, so I worked in an office for 2 years before I left to do this. But you're with people in an office you have more interaction with, at least I was, more interaction with the person sitting next to me. Kind of, you're making more, it's different. It's different than being on your own. Not vastly different, but because you do feel it just going by day after day. Like, you totally do. That's the same with anything that's super repetitive. What am I having? I'm gonna go get an Indian. Indian's my favorite food, so I said to Rose today I just wanted to get one. I don't have to cook tonight. Yeah, so what I normally get is chicken chili garlic. It can be sometimes called chicken garlic or garlic chili chicken, whatever. They call it chicken chili garlic. I get it done in the Balti style, which is done in a cast iron wok. It is slightly different. And yeah, some pila rice and some garlic naan bread. Gonna be good. Alright, the remains came out first, so they should be getting turned into protein and DNA points. We are. 9 more tickets. So today, it wasn't that long, but since we've been in this save, got 9 tickets so far, and we'll see how many we get out of this thing. It makes 50 per minute when it's running. Still getting its protein in there. I'm starting to forget specifics about things I code for my job. Yeah, that's true. When I was coding in college, you wouldn't remember that either. That's the same thing. Because you're coding, you're just focusing on problem solving. You don't remember like that, really. No one remembers everything, like minute to minute anyway, but yeah. It's just a feeling I have when I stop the stream and I go out and I'm like, wow, it's like 10 p.m. I just have to go to bed, you know? And it can just feel like you're on a bit of a treadmill that way. Are you going to leave the game up while you go for dinner? No. I turn it on in the morning every now and then, maybe. I wouldn't leave it. I don't like leaving my PC on, so if I leave the house, I'm not leaving my PC on. But if I'm here and I'm in the other room or something, sure. Is that it? How much it made? 10 tickets. Let's go. Can we get 11? Maybe. Each one's 1,000 points, right? So you need 20 more of these. So I guess you could just work it out, I suppose, how much you need. I don't know why we're bothered looking. So it was 610. So it's quite a long ways to go. 390. This place would have to run for quite a while. Like, per minute, the average, let's say the average maybe be down here. 8 to 10 million maybe per minute. Maybe 9 million per minute on average. Points. And we're currently at around the 50 million mark. And it goes up. I don't know how much it goes up each time. I think it goes up like 5% or something like that. I could be wrong. Well, there we go. We made 11 tickets from our run into the swamp. I was going to say the jungle, but yeah. Alright, well anyway, that's going to be it for today. So I'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to go into the new world. Like I said, I'll keep making a little bit of progress, and before we get the achievement, we'll do it on stream. I won't do it without you guys. Awesome. Alright, cool. I'll just save it there because we're still at the 600 mark. When we get to 700, I'll rename it. That save is available, by the way, for people who want to mess around in that world. Ooh, actually, just wanted to think. Yeah. Kind of want to see how much waste we're down to. Thanks, Ryan. Almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 containers there. 1, 2, 3. Really, about 10.5 containers. Times 24,000. 252,000. 252,000 divided by 50. That's how much we are burning. It'll take 5,040 minutes. 5,040 minutes divided by 60. We'll take 84 hours. Hell yeah. Shaved 4 hours off it. 84 hours till this place is cleared. Alright, good to know. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Bit of a slower, weirder stream as I didn't have much focus, but next time we'll have good focus on what we're doing. Wednesdays, Thursdays, I'll be back. And I hope you have a great rest of your week and weekend as well. And I wish you many Indian takeaways. Alright, and thanks for all the support. Really, really genuinely do appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, theater production's an interesting one to, yeah. Alright, bye-bye. See ya.